Hot diddly dingus.
All right, so I've had to do some character juggling on the D&D Beyond. So if you guys could go take a glance, make sure your characters are not deactivated.
Okay.
Open.
Character works.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's okay.
I think those hit points are correct.
Making sure everything looks okay.
Terrible, other than the fact of I have like very little hit points.
That's
Let's
okay.
see.
I miss being in the 300s.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, Omar. You wonderful shielded bastard.
Everyone is in here. Yes.
Okay.
Everything's
Yeah, I
working.
think we're good.
All right, I got to pull up this stupid thing.
Stupid thing.
The dingy ding.
You're not prepared?
I got to pull up the TeamSpeak thing. Get off my
Okay.
back. God.
Get your own tots.
Get your own dodge.
Oh,
Excellent reference.
nice.
All right.
I like how some of the jokes are like so, like so old.
Blind Dynamite's not that old of a movie. Is it?
Dana, eat the food.
It's pretty old.
It is when did it come out?
Like, I think it's 2009.
Oh shit! Because I remember seeing that in theaters.
It was a while ago.
I would have thought it was older than that.
2004?
Yeah, that feels like that
Good
feels
lord.
closer. Yeah.
Then I might have seen like a re-release of it. Then
Because we weren't in our house yet. I know that. That's how I judge when stuff was.
I remember seeing a place called Tinseltown.
And do you know, I was always curious as to why their hometown felt so much like 5 Mile Prairie in Spokane. It's because it's Idaho.
Yep.
Not that far. Okay, so, all right. Let's recap where we were. Pull up this guy here. And the ambience bot is actually functioning. So,
Yeah, I
Yes.
hear it.
Yes.
all right. Once more, we are without Lusum until he decides to show up from his nappy nap or whatever's going on there.
I mean, he does work until like 6 something in the morning.
Sure.
So
And so,
Swing shift.
okay. And so, let's recap what happened last time.
Bunch of bad shit.
Let's see. Who should I pick on today?
Oh boy.
It's
Hey,
not
Wander.
picking on. I have it all
Yes.
written down for you
What
guys.
happened last session?
A lot of stuff. So we followed the sheriff to the stables where we met Sonic, the stable hand, and we found out that the stable master was dead, and he had carved something into. We think he carved something into his chest in giant. It was "They watch us." Is that what it was?
Yes.
They're always
that is
watching
what
or
it's-
something like that.
We talked with Sonic a little bit more. I talked to a horse because I can, and we kind of just sort of were trying to figure out what happened to the guy, and we came to the conclusion that maybe he wasn't attacked. That maybe like he was just going crazy. And then Maury, while we were inside kind of discussing what was going on, Maury actually saw something on the roof of the inn. And at that time, we sort of believed that what we were up against was a false Hydra. And we rushed over to the inn, asked the lady if anybody was staying there. She said no, but we looked at the book and there was actually somebody in a room. And so we rented the room because the lady didn't remember anybody being there and went up, and it was kind of just a normal room until who fell out the window?
First Ollie.
Ollie fell out the window, and then Thormir fell out the
I
window.
face planted out the window.
Yeah, Ollie gracefully fell. Thormir face planted out the. It wasn't even a window. It was just an 8-foot hole in the wall that none of us could see until people actually started falling out of it. And then we went back down and we messaged back to the academy saying, you know, this is what we think is going on. And Persh got back to us and was like, you guys should run. And so we sort of were like, okay, but we can't just leave the whole town to die. So we went back to talk to the sheriff to try to convince him that he should evacuate everybody. And while we were doing that, we kind of told him what it was that we thought it was. And then he kind of was like staring off into the distance and was like, that's what that thing is called. I saw it pull my wife out of bed right next to me. And then like 3 seconds later, he said he didn't have a wife. And we turned around and we met the False Hydra face to face. And then, yeah, we decided to run, and it didn't exactly go that well as a retreat. Kith got a wall collapsed on her. Kith got punched by Ollie. She got stabbed by... Kith just had a bad day. Basically. Thormir stabbed her.
Me.
Sorry. I also saved you. That's
and then Thormir almost got eaten. Lusum saved him. Well, everybody saved him, but Lusum was definitely MVP of all of this. And then we escaped across the bridge into the forest from the creepy Hydra heads.
We also burned down said bridge.
Yeah, we burned the bridge too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because we can't do anything without fire. Like, something has to burn.
Another successful mission carried out by heavy reconnaissance team Nightfall.
We should have been the Rising Dawn, because dear God, does everything burn as we come.
Well, mostly it burns as we leave.
Yeah.
And so, as you guys you step off the bridge, and the 4 false Hydra heads that were closing right behind you crash through the illusory image of Thormir, destroying the rest of the bridge into cinder and tumbling it into the river, which is a significant river. It's 500 feet across to the town of Siren's Reach. And the false Hydra heads are roaring at the tomfoolery that has bamboozled them. You are on the bank of the river, on the ruins of what's left of the burning bridge. And the forest is right behind you, the road leading deeper in. And you, for the moment, are safe from the false Hydra, as you see its heads are not able to reach quite this far.
What time of day would you say it is?
Oh, let's see here.
I
This
feel
all
like it was
happened in
around
one day.
3, 4 in the
All of
afternoon.
this
Yeah.
happened in one day.
Yeah,
It's
which is
about
why I'm trying to
7
get.
in the evening, I would say.
All right, just for me to put things in.
Amazing.
You guys did not waste any time.
Destroying this whole town.
No,
I have
we
a
did
feeling
not.
us telling Hirsch what it was is what set the whole ball a rolling.
Yeah. Maybe.
That or
I don't-
telling Latchet that we
Or-
knew what
that's
was
what I
going
meant.
on.
Sorry.
Yeah, Latchet. And it knew, like, it couldn't let us get him to evacuate the town. Because
It would have no food.
it needs its food and its minions.
Transport.
Also, you caught this. I don't know if anybody else did. When you were talking to Latchet, Latchet said that he ran the stable by himself.
Yeah, we did notice that Sonic was like forgotten about, and
Same with
Kith was all like, "What, guys? I have it all written here." But
Santa got 8.
Yeah, poor Santa.
Sanic
And
the
only
Day.
only Kith and I remember him.
no more rings for Santa.
Well, he's in the
He will
book.
live on in our memories.
He'll have the greatest of gold rings, a halo.
I mean, when you think about it, they probably all live on for another couple hours until the
Oh,
the
dude,
juices
come
set in.
on.
Oh god.
Bro.
Well, that escalated quickly.
It's fucking dark.
And so, it is 7 in the evening. The sun is... The day is kind of getting later on. It's not dark yet, but it's getting damn close. What are you guys going to do? As you watch you can see the 5 heads of the Hydra. You are outside mostly of the range of their song. You see that after they kind of violently and erratically were chasing after you, they return back to the town, and you can see them for a moment. And they're kind of One of the heads is looking over the center of town, and the rest of them kind of go out on a wide perimeter, almost like they're prowling. And then an instant later, that pressure on your ears returns, and the Hydra vanishes.
We should probably retreat a little further, but
Yeah,
also like
let's-
heal poor Thormir. But I'm out of spells.
Let's maybe go back and I mean, like another 100, 200 feet. That sounds about right.
We're a couple miles, you know.
Like,
So behind
yeah,
you-
I think we should go as far as we possibly can.
We should grow back some legs for Thormir, though.
Yeah,
I'll
Somebody-
suffer.
just
I
drag
want to
him.
be away from this thing, like, now.
yeah. Let's just all get away from the 5-headed, memory wiping creature that just ate like 2 people in front of us, or 1 person.
Does anybody have any healing spells left?
I can heal.
Got a healing. I think I have a potion left.
Yeah, you should still have a potion. Maury
Yeah.
should still have a potion unless she used hers.
I can do cure wounds.
All right. Well, let's just do that. See how far it gets him. If not, we do still have potions.
All right, so I'm going to cast cure wounds on Thormir.
Okay.
For 6.
Hey, I'm at 16. Half.
Okay.
Quickly got his feet back.
Not quite. I'm
Not
afraid,
quite.
Thormir, that you move at half speed right now. You are at disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and acrobatics checks.
Yeah.
His feet partially back.
Partially.
I'd say-
The constant running and rivulets of blood that were running off of Thormir's legs have stopped. There's kind of this patchwork flesh that has been restored over the bones and muscles, but you can still see kind of fluctuating sinews of muscle
Ugh.
where
Is
it's
it-
open and visible to the day air.
Does anyone have any like bandages or cloth we could use to like wrap these up? This is kind of
He's not
Probably be a
bleeding
lot-
anymore.
yeah, but
It's not
you know,
bleeding.
Oh, I'm sorry, Yor, that my disfigured legs caused you a little...
Well,
Let's
it's
not
not-
spend time on that. Let's retreat further.
It's
Yeah,
not
let's-
just that they're bleeding, it's like it's clear that some muscles are like missing from his legs.
Oh.
Like
there are
Okay.
holes in his legs.
We'll
is
wrap
what
a
I'm
blanket
saying.
around him. Come on.
okay. Which way are you guys going? So the road leading off the bridge leads straight into the forest, and it seems to curve slowly to the south away from you. Then the forest itself closes in quickly on this side of the river. The riverbed basically is up to the line of the forest on the sides of that pathway. This is familiar territory to you, Wander, as this is a forest. You can
Yes.
immediately see through the dense foliage, and you can see pretty much wherever you're going.
Woohoo.
Didn't you have a map?
I do have a map. I look at the map.
Hey,
and
what's
get
going
it
on
out.
the world map?
Yay.
All right, we're looking at the map.
Okay. Let's see. Where are bits
All
of
right,
map?
so our Indiana Jones trail.
There. So we're here, and we basically cut across into like this
And we're
territory.
This is the way you just came.
That was the way we just came. Okay, so we're
So now
so
you're
we're-
here by the E.
Okay. We just came up here.
Well, maybe we could get to Augur City and then get passage back?
Maybe if we get to Augur City, we can just then go upriver back to the ferry, and then we'd be able to take the same road we got to it.
Wasn't
back
the
to
guy
ferry.
waiting for us at the ferry?
Yeah, so if we go there anyways, we should get a free ride.
Or we could just cut over to the ferry
Uh,
stop.
Hey, Echo, should I make that wisdom save?
Go ahead. Good morning, Salt.
Only
Look
10
at the
feet. It'll be
Only
fine.
10 feet.
3.
Goddamn.
Only 10 feet.
That's what shows I'm on the arrow.
Okay.
I mean,
Hmm.
it would be safer to go to a city because that means there's going to be more roads connected to that city than there are just going to be like crossing areas for that.
I wonder.
Yeah, as we're together in the forest, difficult terrain will not slow us down. 'Cause
That's true.
I have Natural Explorer.
That's true.
I just don't. I think.
Balti's dead.
Hold on a second.
It's 13 feet to Augur City.
Oh wait, no. Wait, what the fuck is Echo and Thormir doing?
They
They're
must be
discussing
doing
something in private.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Has Echo
Maybe it has
made a-
something to do with his feet.
There's
Oh
wisdom
yeah.
check.
Oh Jesus.
And it's
Yeah, there was a
12
wisdom
feet.
check that was made.
Okay,
So.
so I don't think this is measured in feet, Kith. Sorry to burst your bubble.
I think we can go to the ferry. I think we'll be okay.
I mean, if we can make it to the ferry, we'd probably.
We
make it
also
in the-
can't, unless there's magic. Natural Explorer prevents us from getting lost.
Okay.
I will not get lost.
Well, for what it looks like, it's gonna take a. It's not gonna be as. It's a straighter shot than what we took to get to Siren's Reach. It's just probably
Pretty.
gonna take a bit longer since we're not, on a boat or on a caravan or anything.
Yeah,
so.
it's definitely going to take longer. He didn't Echo say it will take twice as long to get back if we walk it.
Yeah, but we sent
than it did
word.
to get there?
Yeah,
I
we
think he
said.
said it was an extra 2 days on our journey.
Okay. Well, they know we're okay. They know we're on our way back. So
Mhm.
Yeah, this will be a good chance for us to travel as a group.
Yep. That's.
taking the sights of the forest.
Yeah,
Hmm.
eat rations.
Not
Yep.
everyone is excited about trees as Wander.
Then Thormir.
No,
then
I'm afraid
Thorm.
not.
Then Thormir can catch sepsis.
We can
We will heal him. He will
We
be
will
fine.
heal
I'm
him.
a cleric.
Fine.
Hello.
Okay, so if there's a few options here, you guys don't have to rely solely on walking. There is a ferry house at this fork that you guys passed.
Oh.
And there is a ferry house at this fork that you guys passed. You can choose
Oh.
to go to either of those,
That's easy.
or you can proceed onward.
That's
the
only
original.
4 feet.
That's only
Let's just.
Ah,
Yeah, let's
Let's
just cut.
not pretend that Roll20 would not have a serious problem if I put this map to scale.
I know. I was just,
I would say maybe we could just.
Truthfully, I would say we should go towards the second ferry house just to get as far away from Siren's Reach as possible.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think that sounds
Yes,
like a good
please.
idea.
So
Because
I
we don't know, we don't exactly know how far the siren, the Hydra's song reaches. We know we're still within its reaches right now.
So we should just.
So we
So we
should
should just. Yeah, we should
get
just.
the hell out of Dodge.
Because if we go up to this fork, it just means that we can follow that end all the way to the
The second one.
second one. We just follow that branch of the river. No, I mean it's probably on a hill or something I
don't
along
think
those
it reaches
lines, I
that
don't
far because we didn't feel our ears popping and stuff until we got close.
That's true.
know.
When did that happen?
And the ferry captain
For me, it
wasn't
happened
affected.
right when we started to pull in.
Right. Well, we're still pretty close to it, so I suggest we start moving.
Yeah, let's just go. Well,
Thormir,
we
how
can-
are you feeling?
yeah,
I don't want to be here anymore.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's go with Thormir. Let's not be here anymore. We can
Thormir's
head
just gonna
towards
start
the
walking.
yeah. We can head towards the first ferry house. Kind of check it out. If it doesn't seem kosher, then we go to the
Yeah.
second one.
I'll
Yep.
give Thormir comforting words as we walk. It'll be okay.
That's a
We'll
good
get you all fixed up. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Thormir's got the 1,000-yard stare.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Thormir's seen some
Is
shit.
the pain really bad?
I don't feel anything.
Oh, well that's good. Okay.
I don't know that that's good, but it's better than screaming in pain for now. So, let's just
Let's
move
do
quickly.
this.
Yeah, I mean I'm talking while we're walking.
Mhm.
Hey,
Capable.
Wander, I'd like a survival check with advantage from you.
Okay.
$16. So they point on the map where they want to go, and you see that is, southwest. So you know which way is southwest, especially from the direction that the suns are setting. You lead the way. The road seems to head mostly in that direction. So for now, you guys are on the path. It does wind a little bit, but you
Hey.
can see it kind of goes in a serpentine to avoid parts of terrain. But you guys are making decent progress. Not as fast as you could be, as somebody has to help Thormir move, but I would like to know what your marching ardor is.
Marching order.
Marching order.
I'm probably.
I guess I'm in the front.
Wanders is in the front. I would say me and Kith are gonna be on either side of Thormir to make sure, he's steady.
I'll go second.
Okay.
I would prefer to go.
You know I'm a
second to
halfling, right?
last.
Second to last. Okay. And then Lusum's, I guess,
Holding up the
watching.
rear?
Yeah. Which is he's in here, he's just not talking because he's muted.
Sorry, I thought my
he's
push to
here.
talk was working. I said I'd be whoever Thormir is helping him walk.
Okay.
Also, I need to make a formal apology because fuck.
It's cool. Don't worry about it.
It's okay.
Kerfuck. Okay.
All right. As you
Alright.
guys are moving along, I have that marching order in place. I would like a perception check from Kith and Ollie, and a perception check from Wander, and
Oh,
just Wander.
rip.
We're really on it. We're doing great. Go us.
I'd also like a straight intelligence roll from Lucen.
That's probably fair.
No, actually, investigation. This would be investigation.
Oh. Sorry, let me open my sheet.
Okay.
We're having issues.
Okay. So, a little blind, but all of you march on into the forest, following the path. And as sun is coming over and down, it is suddenly plunged into dark of night, and you guys are going to need to find camp.
Camp.
So, what method of camp are you guys going to try to find? Are you just going to set up on the side of the road? Are you going to look for maybe a pre-established campsite? Or are you going to try and build one?
So many choices.
Yeah.
So many choices.
Wander.
I
Find
think
us
we
one.
should go find you one.
Go find
Whatever-
us campsites.
Whatever we do, I think we should be back from the road just a bit, just in case.
I would
agree.
like 2 survival checks, please. One from your ranger and one from somebody else. I don't care who.
Oh
Who's
my
got-
god.
Who's got the higher survival?
Mine's a
Somebody
plus
roll well.
3.
Mine's a +4. I'll roll them.
Not me.
Gotta
Uh,
save us because
Mine's also 3, so.
It just sits down with
That's one.
hell yeah.
Thormir and shares
There we go.
Starburst.
All right. You notice a few things with that survival check. One, you notice that you're not going to have a hard time finding camp. 2, the forest here is suddenly a lot more ornamented and decorated here. Stepping off the road, you see that the trees are visibly ornately dressed with vines and flowers, and it's beautiful.
Oh, people
Nice.
that's pretty.
everything away.
So you guys are going to set up a camp off the road a ways.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you
Okay,
have the forest picture back?
I
For
suppose.
no particular reason whatsoever.
Other than she wants
How
to
about-
draw on it.
No,
Not that one.
Not that one. No.
Thormir starts having a panic attack.
It's like a fucking
PTSD
Hang on, Thormir, I
flashback.
got training for this.
PTSD
Hold it together.
flashback.
Oh no.
Oh no.
They're in
Okay.
the trees. They're in the trees.
With a nat 20 and the working together, you guys easily set up a camp. I would like some medicine checks from Kith and anyone who'd like to help her to set up Thormir for the night.
I can help if nobody else wants to.
Oh my gosh.
What's the highest?
It's
I am.
sucking.
Okay.
I only have 2 in medicine.
I have 3.
Burn through all my good last week.
Good lord,
guess.
you guys.
Sorry.
I
Okay.
have +1.
Thormir,
Um,
oops, I didn't mean to trip over your legs. My bad.
Oh,
So
God.
they're like trying to Thormir, they're like setting you down and trying to set out a bedroll for you to get comfortable and prop your legs up, get them properly bandaged. And Kith is like, her hands are like shaking from fatigue, and you feel like fingers are like poking too hard in places. And she's like, she goes to wrap a bandage around, and just like her thumb jabs you in the leg. Like,
Sorry.
you're not having a good time. And after a moment, Lusum is like trying to help her, and then he's like, just give me this. And Lusum starts wrapping your leg.
My defense, I did get punched and like stabbed by my friends, so I'm stressed.
I also ran you out of there like a suitcase.
You did. You did. I feel bad.
I just got startled a
The
lot.
dice have decided that Kith is still feeling a little anxious.
Yor literally takes his hood down and points at the large gash in the back of his head where a mace clearly struck him hard.
True. You clobbered the fuck out of him.
Yeah, you did.
Wander sitting over here with all of her hit points, like,
Oh shit! Like, what
Whatever,
guys
you
complain
guys,
about?
you're the melee guys. It sucks, huh?
Trees!
trees.
Tree and deer and cool
Okay.
things out here in the
So now
forest.
now that you guys are set up for camp, I'd like to know who's doing what watch, and I'm going to say, Thormir, you are out for watch.
Alright.
You cannot watch this night.
Then I'm going to be making my little wood figurines so that I don't go stir crazy.
I
Alright,
tuck
go
him
first.
in, give him a little kiss on the cheek. You'll be fine, buddy.
So, Maury goes first. Is that what you said, Maury?
I'll go with Mari
Okay.
then.
All
I'll
right.
take last shift.
Question: is it already dark or?
It's very close. It's like the sun has gone down. There's just
And
a
the moon
hint
has
of
come
color
up.
over the trees.
I think I'll use my perception check this time without night vision.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
try to thing where I make breakfast for tomorrow.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess you could say this is Nightfall.
All right. So
Damn
while
it.
you guys are setting up camp, Ollie, go ahead and roll that check for cooking. I think it's wisdom plus proficiency.
Yeah. I used my insight last time for it because that's
So is Ollie and Morgan going first, or is it
No,
me and Morgan?
Ollie's
Okay.
cooking something, and then you guys are bunking down for the night.
Okay.
so not as exciting as the last time I did it, but still competent.
It still tastes good. It's still going to be decent food. It's like a stew from whatever herbs and vegetables you found
Rations.
around.
Yeah.
You dump out last night's stew from the skin that you stored it in.
All right, are you going to roll your own perception check, or are you going to give Maury advantage?
I'll give her advantage.
All right, Maury, roll me another. Hot diggity dog. Okay.
That's okay. That was a good idea.
As the sky is darkening and just the wash of color from the horizon is beginning to disappear, and your party is bunking down for the night in their tight circle, you've had a hell of a day. Maury,
Yeah.
I'd like a wisdom saving throw from you.
Oh god. Okay. It's the same thing. So. Oh.
You've had a hell of a day, and you've seen not worse, but close. And you're able to let it flow off your back like a duck's feathers. And you just take a deep breath, you set yourself up against a tree, and you watch, and you look. I'd like you to make me a wisdom saving throw as well.
Okay. Ten. And even.
You are helping Maury spot, and you keep catching glimpses of movement. You keep catching this feeling you're being watched. Every once in a while, you get almost a hallucination or a shadow glimpse of a false hydra's face peering at you through the trees, and you look, and it's not there. You're not doing so great. I would like a one more wisdom save from you, Yor.
Okay. 16.
16. For the second hour of your watch, you see how Mori has healed herself, and how even though you're getting all these twitches and you're seeing these glimpses of that terrible face watching you from different angles, you feel its horrible rotten meat breath over your shoulder. Every time you turn, there's nothing there, and over time, Mori's own stable calm helps you regain your spine, and you recover mostly. As for the Night's Watch, I'd like a percentile check from Lusum.
Oh fuck, is that just a D100?
A D100. $84.
That's not awful, right?
Don't know.
World may never know.
Also, Echo, while there is a moment, I'm tried to DM this to you, but the command doesn't work on Roll20. When we get a minute, I'd like to explain why I was late, and also I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Fuck.
Fine.
Okay. It's all good. We can
All
wait.
good.
We can wait
Hugs.
till break for it. It's not a big deal.
Hugs.
You didn't miss anything.
Nope.
No worries. With that 84, and you guys are watching, there's a cool breeze rushing through the forest. It is a clear, starry night. The sky above you is filled with nebulas and galaxies and beautiful colors stretching across the black sky. And it is peaceful, and the strange contrast to the day you just had, it is almost restful, and the rest of your watch goes by without incident. Who's next? Second watch.
I don't know what watch I'm on.
You're
Uh,
usually
I'm
you
on
on
didn't-
with
third.
Thormir,
You didn't pick one.
Thormir is not watching.
so I'm on third, apparently.
It's usually our watch.
Yeah, we're
So-
I can.
Oh god.
Hey. Ollie, you're on
What?
second watch?
It can be.
Okay. Ollie. You were in the Hydra's mouth, if only for a moment.
Yep.
I'd like a wisdom save from you.
It was not a great day. Not a great day for.
No, it was not. You are also a robot, if you could quickly disconnect and reconnect her. Attempt to fix it real quick.
Robot.
Yes.
You are still a robot.
Close.
What?
Trying to find something close.
Open a Chrome tab and then close it quickly.
Good idea. Am I still a robot?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Fuck. I'm gonna close this. I don't have something to.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
also
close out
echoing
Discord
slightly.
quickly.
That's the internet problem. That's okay, because you rolled fucking awesome save. Don't have to deal with any hallucination.
Am I still a robot?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, okay. I'm gonna try reconnecting.
The internet is catching up with her here.
Still bad.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm
Better,
just
but
gonna
still
try to be quiet. I'm gonna try to be quiet for a while and hope that it.
Alright, I just need you to roll me a perception check as well. $14. Okay. You remember the events of yesterday at this point, and it was terrifying and horrible, and you spent some time in the False Hydra's mouth. And as horrifying as that was, you're able to brush it away. It's never going to be quite gone, but it'll just be in the back of your mind. You're able to compartmentalize it and forget about it, at least for tonight. Take a watch up by the campfire and you look around, and the dark, starry night illuminates the trees of the forest pretty well, and you can see pretty deep, despite how dark it is. There's no fog, there's no mist, and the calm breeze is relaxing. The night is quiet, and you complete your watch without incident. Third watch is Kith.
Right.
Alright, Kith. There was some bad shit that happened. I'd like a wisdom save from you.
Oh, just a sec. There it goes. Doesn't like when I change colors. Let's see.
Goodness gracious. You heard some pretty bad stories from Treat. Treat's told you a lot of horrifying monster stories regarding beholders, umberhulks, other terrifying creatures of the night. And while the false hydra itself was scary and disgusting, you're able to just file that alongside the other stories that you've heard from Treat. And it's brushes off like nothing. I'd like a perception check from you. Lots of that number, huh? 14. Okay. You guys are settled up in like a nook of trees with a campfire that's still burning, but it's dim. And the smoke is mostly clear at this point, so you're pretty confident you're not attracting anything. And the quiet night makes it easy to hear or smell anything approaching. And as such, your watch passes by without incident or encounter.
Hey, I make bouquets of flowers. Lay them around Thormir. Well,
Okay. You do so. There's all sorts of forest flowers here for you to do so, a lot of wildflowers, and they come out looking beautiful.
just want to be happy when you wake.
Alright, final watch.
That's me, right?
That is-
me and Lucem.
Yep. Alright, Wander and Lucem, I would like wisdom saving throws from both of you.
That's about right.
Oh my god.
Wander and Lucem.
We're having issues. And I wasn't even in the fight.
Lucem, you cannot get the image of the false hydra's terrible neck right in front of you through the door of the stable out of your head. And you cannot get the feeling of, oh fuck, I'm trapped, out of your mind. And every few moments you feel yourself a little claustrophobic as you remember that feeling. And while you did get out of it by jumping through the window, that moment of panic, it still sits with you. And you feel yourself shaking, and you feel yourself glancing over your shoulder, making sure you're not being pinned or trapped anywhere. Wander, you normally, if you are to shoot an arrow at something, the arrow goes into it and it stops moving.
Yes.
To watch the longbow that you've used, to watch your arrows sink into the face of this creature and have no effect, that feeling of helplessness and ineffectualness is terrifying, and you can't help but feel a little bit weak. That's scary. But I'd like a perception check from both of you, please.
Could Wander perception twice?
You can give Wander advantage if you like.
I'm gonna do that because mine is shit.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. That's a little better.
Alright. So Lucem is kind of huddled up next to you. Perhaps not too close, but it's clear he's not doing good, and you're not either. So the both of you are twitchy, looking in all directions, and Wander, you can see deep into the forest. You know how to look between the trees and see through the vines, and even so, night is quiet, and your mind is like willing things into being that aren't actually there. It's making you jumpy. I'd like another wisdom save from both of you.
Oh no.
Fuck. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
A little better.
Wander, you kind of steal yourself. You know what's in the forest. You know what should be here. You know where to look and how to look for them. And you manage to stabilize yourself. Listen, you are still tense and nervous and scared. And for the next day, you're going to be at disadvantage on wisdom checks, as you are terrified and jumpy and worried. But the good news is the night, or rather the dawn, passes by without incident, and you are all now level 4.
Boo.
Yay!
You guys can go ahead and take a minute and level up if you'd like to.
Yes.
Incident. All felt strong. Faint ding sound. Sounded.
Ooh,
Mhm.
that's good. Let's.
Oh,
How do you feel about level 4 feet?
How do I feel about... Yes, you can have your feet.
So I have to decide whether I'm taking
But
Where's
does
tough?
Thormir get his feet back?
He does not get his feet back, but he gets a feet.
A feat. I gotta decide
Okay.
between a feat or an ability score improvement.
I can't remember how we're doing health. Is it just average or what rolled?
You can choose either. If you want to gamble, you can roll it, or you can take the average.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the average. That's been doing me good.
Is that half the die?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
The average for a D10 would be 6, essentially.
So mine would be 6 plus 2 for my constitution.
Correct.
Plus tough, so another 8 on top of that.
Yeah. You can
How-
choose to take that average die, or you can choose to roll it. I do not mind. I do not care.
Thinking. As the die hath not been in my favor.
I just realized something. I don't actually know how to level up on D&D Beyond.
It's real easy. You go to your class and you bump your level up one.
I don't
then you-
know. Okay.
Next to your character name, there's a little down arrow.
Okay.
Click manage levels.
Levels. Manage levels. Okay.
Oh, wisdom.
Screw it. I'm gonna go for a gamble.
Choice.
Oh,
Manage edit character. Manage
there you go.
levels.
Okay.
minus 1 because I have a plus 2 instead of a plus 3. So 11 plus 8.
Let's level 4.
I'm gonna
So I
take a gamble
decided to
too.
take the ASI for the feet.
You're taking the ASI?
Yeah, I took a dot of con and a dot of charisma.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'm taking intelligence or wisdom and strength.
I want to work on my shitty save.
Good call.
Does the tough feat require dwarf? I forgot.
No.
No,
No, I mean I had
anybody can
Omar.
take toughness.
Yeah. I want the effects from this if this character lasts.
Okay.
Because it becomes
Toughness
crazy.
is a very good feat for a fighter.
I think you're supposed to mind intelligence.
Do I get my
Okay.
spells back?
You
I was
do.
thinking about taking it.
You all got the long rest. You all are restored to full HP. You are level 4.
Cool.
Dormir, you are still at half movement speed and disadvantage on...
Yeah, sadly, the divine
Dex saves.
levels don't increase muscle density. in
No,
the
I'm afraid
legs.
not.
I will
skipped
heal
that, yeah.
Thormir in the morning.
We will talk about that then.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the alert feat.
Ooh,
Okay.
what's that do?
The world needs more alerts.
It is +5 to initiative. I can't be surprised while I'm conscious and other creatures don't get it. Hold on, this might be an elf thing. Hold on.
No. I don't
No.
think
It
so.
is an available
It's a
feat.
feat.
Yeah.
It wouldn't give it to you if you weren't able to use it.
I don't think he's leveling up on D&D Beyond.
Oh.
Oh.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Horrifying.
You dare not use D&D Beyond when we're sponsored by them.
I've never liked D&D Beyond, and you know this.
D&D
Or
and
Echo
beyond,
know this.
everybody.
I
It's a
changed
lot
my mind
better.
and I
26.
decided to swap to do just my wisdom for Be the Beast.
Okay.
As
So you
monk.
put 2 into wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because that'll bring my ability save up to 14.
Yeah, and make your AC better too.
Yeah. So
Oh, nice.
I wanted that con point, but not enough.
I feel you.
Oh, that's nice. I can have a whole other cantrip and/or spell. Fun.
Okay,
That I can
now I'm ready.
fucking add.
Am I still a robot?
No,
No.
No,
you're
you're better
good.
now.
you're completely fine.
Okay, good.
I heard a bunch of bubbles.
That would have been me.
Okay.
Full of bubbles?
I can make bubble noises.
Oh,
Neat.
okay. Yeah, my AC's 19 now. Sweet.
Nice. Bunks and their crazy
I went ahead
SACs.
and grabbed silence. You know, it seems relevant.
Sure.
In theoretically,
So it says I
can
get
make-
2 more spell slots. That's at any memorize spells. Like at any level? Like it didn't say what
Yep.
levels.
Yeah, you
Doesn't
can
matter what
allot
level.
it however you want every day.
Well, good to know.
So you can run heavy for your higher level spells or vice
Gotcha.
versa.
Thank you. Alright, I'm all leveled up. So easy.
Same.
Thankfully, also paladins run similar to
Back to making my
clerics, being in the divine nature.
Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
Am I able to add more spells to my arsenal now, or...
Yes, you are.
Okay, so I just randomly am able to learn them.
Yep. That's what wizards do.
That's cool.
Also, if
The
we
way
find,
we can tie that into the lore is that
if we
you already
find
knew the
spells
spell.
places, you can write them.
You
in
can
your
add those right away, but not right away. It takes an hour and per spell level and a bunch of shit. But
book. You gotta
yeah,
pay for them.
Okay, wait a minute. There's Hideous Laughter and Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
same spell.
I think
Just one of them
they're
has
the
the book
same.
name.
One of them, yeah.
I guess you could say the way that we could tie in the fact of her randomly knowing her spells would be like she learned them at the academy, just didn't have the power to cast them.
Yeah.
I play it.
She learned
Oh,
the symbols, but she didn't know how to
Time together.
elaborate on them yet.
She's
Oh,
finally
shit.
mastered it.
You already do level already?
I'm leveling right now. I'm just looking at what I could probably add for that spell and cantrip.
Und country.
Okay. We're good.
The next level that we get stuff is 6, right? There are 2.
Depends on your class.
Yeah, lots of classes get things at 5, but depends on.
When I do the manage HP thing, put in rolled HP, I don't add my. It's automatically adding my constitution, right? On D&D
Yes.
Beyond. Okay, so I don't add that to what I add on to what
No, you
was already
you
there.
pump
Okay.
in the rolled HP.
Yeah, I put. Okay, good. I've only put in my rolled HP.
I just let it do it. I didn't do it.
I just rolled 1d10 on
Oh.
roll 20. And then
Next
added
level
my
I
con
get-
modifier.
I decided to roll just to see if I could get higher.
Okay. Next level I get more proficiency bonus and an extra attack.
I'm gonna pick a new background. Something.
To rewrite your character right now?
No, I meant the background image on my sheet.
Oh, okay. That makes
Like-
sense. I was like, what?
I like
Amazing.
the Blood Hunter one because it's purple. It's pretty. That's all. A new backdrop. Yes, Kit
As-
decides to
as-
just rewrite her whole background.
As Kith sleeps that night, she turns into a completely different person.
Magic.
Whoops.
Oops.
Oops a diddles.
She takes all those flowers, shreds them up, punches Thormir a few times, you know. Whole new
Ouch.
personality.
Literally kick a man while he's down.
Oh.
Yikes.
Backdrop. Nope, I'm just gonna stay a monk because I am.
You could
Look at the
randomly
Blood
decide to
Hunter one.
multi-class if you want.
So pretty.
Nope.
And 2 levels in fighter and 18
Ah.
levels in berserker. We already know is pretty damn good.
I was real tempted to multi-class, but I like Blood Hunter.
I will never multi-class.
I've done
Never.
it. It's not fun.
I mean, there are times where it's worth it, but like,
Not very many.
I
Are there
Like, doing
prestige
the-
classes?
not.
Not really. Not in 5e.
No.
You can do just alt classes if you want, but that is tricky, and D&D Beyond doesn't support it.
I felt like that was the only reason I ever multi-class.
It's almost like it's a good
They
system that
pretty
they
much
cut out for
let-
no reason.
Yeah, they pretty much built it so that subclasses are gonna give you the different flavors that you want without having to mess around with.
I'm cool with it. It's growing on me. I like the easy.
It is very easy.
I really enjoy 5e.
The fact that I don't have to like relearn everything. It's pretty much the same.
Like smoother.
Very smooth, very streamlined.
All right, who is still leveling up?
Good.
I'm choosing
I'm-
a cantrip right now. I don't know which to choose.
Yeah, same here.
That is
I
an
took-
infamous problem.
I took. What did I take? I took resistance.
I'm gonna be starting a mini campaign soon, like 3 sessions, and my friend Andrew is playing a cleric bard, and he took 6 hours to pick his spells.
Oh god.
Good grief.
Gotta pick the right ones.
I would have cut him off after like 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh, I can choose message.
Oh, hey,
Is that no?
no, that's fine. You can have a message.
You can reply to this message.
I was just gonna say, Maury, all
Yes.
your cantrips are damage.
Yes, they are. I should probably
Okay.
not have damage, huh?
It's okay to have a damage cantrip.
I am very new to this.
It's okay. I just strongly recommend if you you have like one cantrip that's damaged and the rest of them do other utility things that are important.
He wants you to
Yeah.
diversify.
Like how me and Meta have our Eldritch Blast, but I also have my my Shape Water.
Am I allowed to like switch up my cantrips, like get rid of them and then learn a different one?
As you're leveling up, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. Freaking, I don't need all these cantrips then. Uh-oh.
See you later, user.
Bye.
Oh, what was that?
It was your
Oh,
he lost
shit.
connection.
Pew!
All right, I'm gonna take a quick AFK while we're.
If you guys want to take a break while we're doing
Yeah,
this,
that
that's fine.
sounds good.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go heat up a burrito and get some spicy
Ah!
water.
It did it again.
Welcome back.
It did it again. God damn it.
When everyone gets back, I'll do my explanations and apologies because I feel bad.
2, 3.
You know what? I'll get that. That's a useful one.
Hey, which in our group cannot see in the dark?
I can't.
I can't.
Most of you, I think.
Because I'm deciding if I should choose dancing lights as one of my cantrips.
I mean, that could help, yeah.
Because I've already got friends, message.
Yes, now my stats are looking much more even. This pleases me.
Yes, you're very even keel there.
uh,
Okay. Oh, this is just so. Okay, what exactly is resistance?
Resistance for, I think, a short period of time grants you resistance to one type of... No, that's protection from energy. Let me look at it.
Like, okay, so now I'm thinking of choosing Blade Ward, which is, you extend your hand and trace this sigil on the... Basically, it's like, until the end of your next turn, you have a resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks.
Resistance grants you a d4 to add to your choice of saving throw for 1 minute. It's like Bless, but just for saving throws.
Hmm.
But it is a cantrip, so it's, you know.
So if someone attacks me with a sword, I can use a 1d4. to,
What are you
like-
talking for Blade Ward?
Yeah.
Hold on here. No. Blade Ward grants you resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage for 1 round. It costs an action to cast, and basically you take your turn so that over the turn you take less damage from slashing sword attacks.
If it was a bonus, it'd probably be better, but
No, that I would not take that
yeah.
as a wizard. That one looks pretty much just as bad as True Strike, which is terrible.
yeah.
I have a burrito.
Do you have a recommendation for something for me to get? Because I have.
There's lots of good ones. Minor Illusion, Message, Mage Hand, Lightning Lure, Light, Firebolt if you want damage.
Mage Hand is really good.
I might do Mage Hand. I don't have that one.
It's essentially an extendo hand with a 5-pound carrying capacity.
Okay.
15 pound.
I personally see
many-
it more as
Sorry.
like those sticky slap hands that your mom would take away from you because you'd slap the base and
How many,
My-
random shit.
how many
Beautiful.
spells am I allowed to get? Because like I know it regulates on how many cantrips I can have, but not how many.
You-
spells.
Oh, how many new spells you can write down into your book?
Yeah, like
I think it's 2 plus your int modifier per level. So 6.
I usually just click them until it says you have too many, and then I backtrack and change them up.
so
He's
I
talking
shouldn't-
about writing them down, not preparing them.
Ooh,
And
sorry.
So
so
I
it's-
shouldn't have 17 spells.
I just
in
sat
all.
back down.
you're level 4.
So what should I?
There should be a lot written in your book.
Yeah, you should know a lot. It's just how many you can use in the day.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can
I
only
just,
have 8 prepared, but you can have way more than that.
I just need to know how many I have because I don't want to have too many spells that I shouldn't have yet.
Hang on. Okay, hang on. Deep breath.
Well, the thing about spells for wizards is that you have a lot because you go around collecting them. So
Yeah, I just don't know what the frick when I'm supposed to stop collecting at a certain level.
You get some for free every level, but you can
do.
buy as many as you want to add into that. Wizards keep a book. They can have as many as you want to get.
and she
Of the
probably had
resource.
access to a lot of spells because
Okay,
of
so-
studying at the academy.
You start with 6 first level. You start with 6 spells when you are at level 1.
Mhm.
You get each time you gain. Okay, each time you gain a level, you can add 2 spells of your choice to your book for free. So You should have 6. You should have 14 that you got for free, and then any more that you added. And remember, I gave you, I think, 4 of them. I gave you 5 of them because you performed well during your training. So you should have 19.
Okay, so
You
I
have
can add
19 spells.
I can add 2 more. Cool.
The math adds up. Yes, because you just leveled up, you'd gain 2 more, so you should have 19.
Ooh.
Wait. Do I have to? Shouldn't I already know Find Familiar? Apparently, I don't know that.
You used a scroll.
Okay, so I don't need to actually have Find Familiar anymore.
Well, it's in your book. Or it should be in
Okay.
your book.
It is now.
Okay.
Is everyone back?
I'm back.
Roll call, everybody.
I'm back. I'm
Hello.
just eating.
My legs.
Okay, everyone's here.
Everyone's here except Thorbeer's legs.
Yes.
Lieutenant Dan, you lost your leg.
Nice.
They're halfway.
What are they selling? Chocolate.
Oh god.
Anyways, the reason I ask is because I need to explain why I was late and why I made you guys wait. I'm so sorry. So,
Dude, it's all good. We don't care. It's all good. You're here anyways.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't stress it.
Too blessed to be stressed.
that's probably fair, but I literally just fell asleep. I was finishing up rewatching the stream, and as Echo said, "Okay, we're gonna wrap it up there," I fucking fell asleep. So pissed.
Okay, I have a question.
What?
Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. Is that my strength? Or
No, I think
No,
that's
it is
the,
not.
It's
It's
the thing's strength.
okay,
It'd be
good, because
20.
I have -1 strength. I
Yeah,
don't
No,
it's
it's
very
based
normal
on your
for
spell
wizards.
DC.
Yeah, it's very normal for wizards to not be strong.
Yeah.
They're wimps.
They're
The moral of the
scared.
story here, Lusum, is don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Lusum,
Do you
I
have two
also
working
was
legs?
sleeping right up until the session started.
Like, don't make a habit. Like, don't be late like 2 hours every day, and we're fine. I don't give a shit. You made it, so we're here playing. Take a
Nah,
deep breath. Let
I
it go.
just feel real bad, especially because I had to miss last session.
It's fine.
Dude, don't worry about it.
Also, Echo, I appreciate the voices you gave Lucian last session.
That was awesome.
They were great.
That
I
was
think my
just me panicked.
I think my favorite was just like how Lucam like every turn was like, oh god, not another one, because everyone else kept getting swallowed by the
Yep.
stupid Hydra.
Yeah, he was.
Also, it was a really good idea for me to pull Thormer out because I have resistance to acid damage.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I'll be right back.
Water.
I bet you
Wow,
$5. I bet you $5. Echo forgot about that little quirk when he did it.
Yep.
Yep. Like, that's what. Like the whole time we were fighting, I'm like, one of us definitely has acid resistance, but I couldn't remember
does, but
who.
I don't remember.
I'm good
who.
against poison.
I kept rolling dice to see who the false hider would go for, and it just wanted Thormir.
It wanted my dwarven butt.
It wanted the thick dwarven.
Oh, I just wanted your legs.
It just
Yeah.
wanted your
Well, I
legs.
mean, my butt
Sorry,
is attached
you're,
to my
ju- you're,
To be
you're
fair,
just too
it got
fine
his
for it
butt.
to pass up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you just say God is thick?
What?
No, I said
Oh,
it got his butt.
Okay,
God
that
is
makes
butt.
more sense.
It literally ate it.
Oh,
Oh,
did
no.
you guys like my little parody that I posted?
Hon-
earlier?
Honestly, God may not be thick, but Jesus certainly was.
Stop this.
Jesus has left the chat.
That just happened.
God has joined the chat.
Why are you like this?
Yeah, that's a good question.
God has joined the chat. Lusum was banned from the chat. God has left the chat.
You remember the part in Ender's Game where it's like cover your butt, Bernard is watching?
Huh?
No.
Sprite in my nose. Sprite in my nose. Ow.
Oh, as a Sprite drinker, I sympathize.
As a
Why does
D&D
he-
player, that sounds horrible. Get that asshole out of there.
I broke my nail
Oh.
opening a soda. It was very sad.
Sorry to hear that.
I can't find the
So does
Kiffy
my
I want. This is making
enemy.
me sad.
Which one do you need?
It's not. I can't find it. The joke is lost. Too late.
Yikes.
Gone. Reduce the atoms.
Oh,
Poof.
Echo.
Quack.
I tr-
You have my
I just
attention.
realized I accidentally fuck. I accidentally took my hand off push to talk. I tried to
Go
do
on.
the slash message on Roll20, but it didn't work. Or the slash DM. Because I wanted to do a thing earlier, but yeah, I can't do that.
You go /W, and then the person's name, and you type your message. I just did it to myself.
Echo ruler distances.
Oh, you told me to do / and then the letters DM and then the name.
That's for me and my secret roles that I don't want you to know about.
You told me to do them.
The hell was that?
It's okay.
You just
He's dealing with false information and not dealing with it well.
he needs a hug.
I do need a hug.
It's okay, buddy.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, right.
Welcome back. So just /W, and then you like start the first letter of the person's name, and boom, you got him. See, I just sent a message. That's a lot of W's. Thank you for that.
Good. That works. Okay, thank you.
Wait, was it /W?
Yes. Yes, and now my chat is going to be filled with whispers.
No, I sent them to Thormir. Don't
This must be
worry.
what your feels like.
Yes. Every night. Nothing but whispers. You just feel them
Creepy.
seeping into my brain from the Shadowfell.
I have
And
why
seen.
did
They want in.
Your thoughts.
The Shadowfell thinks that blade of grass looks great for cutting.
Why is this being weird?
I don't know.
It's really easy. /W, space, K, I, hit tab, type in your message.
Job.
I did it.
Yeah, but the only thing that's coming up is Kala.
AIT?
That's
Yeah. I put KI, nothing.
Oh, because they can't, because your name isn't Kithmi.
It's not
I'm
Kith,
success.
it's
Roll
for
20.
Sissy. For CC.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I have that as my character name, not my. Okay, yeah, Persisi, I guess. But
Okay.
that's weird because I have the character Kith like that.
You
Flawed
have to change your
system.
name on the gear icon up where you
I'm not
choose your
changing
journal
it.
and stuff.
So wait, did you get my whispers?
I got him.
I whispered those to Kithmia.
Well, I don't know then what's going on with Thormir. Somebody else tried, I guess.
Thormir's whack.
Let's just see if he can't figure it out.
Wait, maybe it's just that it doesn't pop up on the autofill.
It gives me my own name. I just sent it to
Priest.
myself.
Yeah, it's showing up. You just have to put Persisi.
This is the most
Yeah,
entertaining
I just
stream.
sent
No,
it.
I've ever
I put
done.
Kith. It worked as Kith.
It worked.
Welcome
as
to the
Tiffany. I
IT
just sent her a blank
where we learn
message.
commands.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you guys can see it in the stream. It's totally there. I don't know why it's not working for Thormir.
No, it worked.
Is that an
it was
owl?
because I thought it was Kithmia, because it says from
No,
Kithmia.
it does work as Kithmia. That's what we're saying.
Oh.
It's
Cool
just
now.
since that's not her Roll20 name, it just doesn't come up as a
Does
Yeah.
for me.
as an autofill for us.
Well, because you have yours
Oh.
set as a...
Oh, but once you put it in, I bet it will. I'll just keep
So,
eating my chips.
are we all leveled?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we're all good.
We all leveled.
Okay.
Why is there a duck in the bottom right corner?
You noticed him.
What does that
Wow.
say?
Oh no, random encounter.
It's a goose.
Yes, miss with the honk, you get the bunk. I have that.
Is
on
that
my
Untitled Goose Game? I love that.
Yes,
Yeah.
that game
Though
was
I
so fun.
guarantee you guys are not high enough level to deal with the goose.
Oh no, we have to run
I-
again.
Dude, I don't even think Thormir could handle a normal goose right now.
Yeah,
He can't handle
you'd,
himself.
you'd be drowned by like tadpoles.
That goose is master level troll.
Master level.
So I sorry, what?
I was just going to say we should dive back into this, but
Yeah.
Okay.
that's okay. We don't have to play D&D. We can
Yeah.
do other things.
Let's just
sit here and goof around.
Great.
I was gonna share the Reddit post I found a few weeks ago about implementing the goose into D&D.
Just post it and mildly amusing.
I don't have
That-
that picture though. I just know what it said.
That's okay. We can move on. So, you guys awaken. The final watch being finished, and it is morning in the Rimwood. You have the rest of the day's travel before you get to the ferry house at that fork that you guys are talking about, the closest ferry house. Is that the plan?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
I would believe second.
Okay. I'd like to know your marching order, and I'd like a couple perception checks from whoever's in front. I assume Wander's in front, being the ranger of the group.
Yep.
What I want to know is, did
I'm up
Thormir
front.
like his flowers?
Yes, Thormir, you awaken, and you are surrounded by colorful decorations of intertwined wildflowers, roses and daffodils and sunflowers, and all over the place around you.
It's kind of like that forced enthusiasm. Like, yeah, it's awesome.
Are you
Wow.
preparing his funeral flowers?
No,
So-
I wanted to.
It's just the fact that Thormir doesn't want to muster up any type of thoughts at the
Well,
moment.
I'm gonna heal
so-
him in the morning if he's not fully healed.
Okay, he's not. So go ahead and roll me a medicine check there, Kith.
I will. Medicine's so hard. See?
natural 20.
Boom! So hard.
Oh wow.
You can see where the acid has seeped through his muscle ligaments,
Ooh, this must have really
where the
hurt.
flesh is peeled away. You can see just how much damage is done specifically to Thormir's legs. And you know that Cure Wounds, by itself, it's either going to take a lot of applications of Cure Wounds over time, or it's going to take a more powerful spell.
How about
Uh,
restoration?
Lesser Restoration,
Will that help?
you know that cleanses the bloodstream of problems. You know that can remove poisons and toxins and all sorts of ailments, but while it would help with infection and making sure the wound is clean, you don't think that would help restore the lost flesh.
Okay. So how many applications of cure wounds am I thinking, or am I just gonna like dive in and see how I do?
With a 26 on medicine check, you know it'll take a few. You don't know how many. Depends on how effective those cure wounds are.
All right, I'll start at it. I don't want him suffering. This is not cool for him.
All right, go ahead and roll me a wisdom check with advantage because Elusum is assisting keeping the wound clean.
Wisdom check with advantage. I don't know how to do that, so I'm just gonna hit it twice.
Roll it twice, yeah.
I'll take that first one.
A 24 natural 20.
Jesus.
Okay. So immediately you see where the acid managed to burn all the way through, and you can actually see in spots through Thormir's leg, and that's where you focus. And as your hurls in the background, you begin to tend to Thormir's wound. Roll me the heal for cure wounds.
All right, I'm gonna use a second level.
Okay.
By the way, as yours chundering in the background, can I throw one of those little like statues of him that I've been practicing making?
Sure.
I'm gonna throw one of them at his face.
So as soon as you're done vomiting, a wooden statue bounces off your head.
Ah. Is it a good wooden statue at least?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I've been
Okay.
It
practicing.
looks like you.
Hmm.
Now there's a little bit of bile on it, but it looks like you.
gross.
I mainly just wanted to throw it at his face.
You are successful. The
Sure you
17
are.
on that heal is potent, and you know exactly where to put it. You watch as the magic begins to flow through the destroyed muscle and reconnect all the nerve tissues. And Thormir, It hurts. It hurts real bad. You feel this burning, searing, stinging pain shooting up your legs where she's working. But
Hold him
after
down, loose
maybe
him.
after
I'm
maybe
gonna bite
20
on a
minutes. Okay. After maybe 20 minutes, the pain stops, but I'd like you to roll me a con save there, Thormir.
Hey, I'm good at those.
Hope the
+4.
dice agrees.
Yeah, me too. Yay!
17.
That's pretty damn good.
It hurts a lot, but you stay conscious, you don't throw up, you just kind of and you manage to bite
I
through the
assure
pain.
you that it's okay to be screaming, this must hurt horribly, and I feel very bad about making you suffer while doing this.
With that 17 on the con save, Thormir, you are able to squelch the urge to scream if you want to. You can shout if you want, but you don't have to.
I'm going to try to make as little noise as possible.
He is almost silent. You hear his breath catch as soon as you begin to administer the magic, which is a little impressive on its own, but Thormir is okay. The leg is... You made a lot of good progress. The flesh is mostly restored in places. The muscle is clearly, while it was completely destroyed and in places missing yesterday, you can see you've completely reattached several ligaments and an entire muscle is rebuilt. So, you made a lot of progress. You still have some more work to do, but...
Alright, I'll do another one.
You don't think that's a good idea right now.
Oh, no?
No, if you keep working on it, you're going to start possibly causing damage and exhaustion in Thormir.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Because essentially that stuff accelerates your own healing
Okay.
regeneration using your stamina.
I thought I was thinking Elimvor's power, but
Yes, but it is his body that's rebuilding.
it's taxing on him. I get it.
Yeah.
Thormir, I didn't get it all, but when you're ready to try again, let me know. Otherwise, we'll hit it again tomorrow. Okay, buddy?
Yeah, well, I'll let
It
you
should
know.
feel better pretty quick here. Just take it easy. Don't put too much weight on it.
Thormir, it still stings. It hurts when you move, but it is no longer the searing agony that it was yesterday.
For him, my stick.
Oh, gracefully accept the stick.
Hey, she loves that stick.
Yeah, be careful with it.
Came all the way
I would
from
say
home.
your left leg is more rebuilt than your right one, so you can kind of hobble.
I'm a hobo Baggins.
You are a
Hobo-
hobo Baggins.
Hobo
Mr. Frodo.
Baggins.
So, the ferry house is a day's travel away at this pace.
Hmm.
I'd like to know what order we're going in.
I was thinking with Thormir again.
Yeah.
I think I was second.
You're second. I'm probably gonna be second up with Ollie, and I think Wander was in front since she's basically leading
Yeah.
us through the forest.
I'll walk with Wander.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick flowers as I go and make little flower crowns.
All right. Okay.
I'll make one for Thormir.
Sure. I'd like perception checks from Wander, and then whoever is in back.
That's probably me.
Maury, where are you at in this group?
I would be around the middle to back area.
Okay.
I don't know if that counts as back.
You guys are kind of moving in a blob, and Thormir is probably moving the slowest, so we'll say Thormir's in the back. Wander with a natural 20.
Yay.
As you're moving through the forest, the road has kind of deteriorated after this point, after an hour of travel, and you're moving through kind of, not dense, but definitely forest, and the forest looks like it was intentionally decorated. It's very pretty. You see all sorts of flowers and vines and other vegetation hanging from the trees. Lusum, I'd like you to make me a history check.
Oh, am I getting Fey stuff?
Yes.
I cut off there, didn't I?
No, we
You
heard
said I've been getting Fae stuff, and I said yes.
Nice. The hell is history? I have -1. That's good.
Oh, it's pretty.
Look at the pretty flower.
Okay.
Neighbor.
Wander, how attractive would you say Wander is?
Wait, me?
What?
Wander, how attractive would you say Wander is?
I mean, I don't know.
Just
Oh my.
oh god, you just put
What's
her
your
on the
charisma
spot
score?
so
This
hard.
is awkward.
You better
It's
get
okay.
kidnapped.
I mean, she's not an Uggo, but she grew up in the woods, so she's not exactly like
It's okay to say she's
what's
hot.
your
There's
well
no
put
judgment?
together.
What's your charisma mod?
My charisma mod is 0.
Okay.
Oh, well,
Yor,
maybe you're average.
Uh-huh.
how attractive would you say Yor is?
The fact that most of the time you can barely see his face due to his entire body usually been covering in like either armor or extra bits he's strapped on over the years or a cloak. I mean, he's got 18 in charisma, but the fact is you barely fucking see his face anyway, so I would give him like, I don't know, like solid 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. I guess I'll take that. Hey, Mori, how attractive would you say Mori is?
Goodness, I don't even freaking know.
What are you
She
doing
looks
putting us on the
nice,
spot like
but,
this?
Why would you do this to us?
I don't know, like
Because I really wanted to just make it as awkward for you guys as possible.
Okay.
I'm like, does nobody think about how hot their character is?
I
Like,
guess.
Oh,
I didn't think
God.
this was a crazy question.
Well, if
Sounds
I
about a
had my
4.
artwork, I could post it and show you guys, but he's not done with it yet.
I want to say a
Yeah.
solid like 6 or 7.5
Okay.
out of 10.
We're just all solid 7s.
Yes.
Nah, the only thing Lucian has going for him is his jawline. He's like a 4.
Okay, we're all 7s. Lucim is a 4.
Kith. How attractive would Kith do you think Kith is?
That didn't work.
That's a 6. I'd roll
Oh.
a 6.
Oh, I see. I meant to do +6, but
Good
I
job.
guess I'm a 6. I'm a cute 6 out of 10.
A cute 6. Okay. Ollie. How attractive
think-
would you say Ollie is?
I think she's a cutie patootie, but she's definitely cute as opposed to hot.
That's fine.
So on a I don't know how to rate her on a 1 to 10 scale.
That's why I
think
rolled mine.
I think her freckles are adorable.
Okay.
She's like the little sister, but she can also beat the shit out of you.
Tomboy.
All
Yeah.
right. In that case,
Yeah.
I would like. Let's see here. Your Ollie and Wander. I'd like each of you to roll me a D100.
Are you going to be attacked by like a succubus or something? What is going on here?
No.
I'm kind of happy
A
I
D100.
Yes. Thormer, you are not attractive right now, as
Yeah.
there's blood
I'm
everywhere.
just saying, I'm very happy because I don't know what bullfuckery is about to happen.
I'm scared.
Well,
Me
normally
too.
Thormir might be an attractive dwarf. He is not at the moment.
Oh, he's quite a looker in the dwarven culture, but if you're not into extremely
From the
bearded
waist
men,
up.
Yeah,
from, the
it's
wa-
just-
from the waist up. From the waist down, he looks like
A zombie.
yeah.
Scarface.
from the waist
He
down,
looks like a
leopard.
liability.
Looks like a
He
leopard.
looks like an elven.
Megatron after being beat the fuck up by what the fuck is the blue and red dude?
Okay, Wander,
Optimus
I'd like
Prime.
you
Yeah,
to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I don't know. Mm,
Okay.
I don't like that tone.
Oh boy.
Ollie, you're in second, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in second.
I'd like a perception check from you, Ollie.
Okay.
Please notice whatever stupid thing I'm about to do before I do it.
No.
Or not.
You don't. Lucim, you suddenly feel like the hairs on the back of your neck stand straight up, and you get a weird tickle from your left. all of you suddenly watch as Wander, who's like steadily leading the way, her head is like on a swivel, and then her head looks to the left, kind of stands up straight up, and then just walks into the forest.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna splash
Oh,
her with
boy.
some water that's real
I-
cold to shock her out of it.
I faithfully follow her.
Yeah, just
No.
follow her. She's going to the
Everybody
woods, I'm
just
going
turns
to the
and walks right after me.
Totally. Lemming it.
I would recognize
We've
that
been
this is
following
Fey
her this
territory,
whole
right?
way,
If not, what's
so-
in it?
You definitely have this. Well, that's what I asked you for the roll for, and you bombed it.
Oh, right.
I probably should have rolled 2, considering where Wander grew up.
You
That's okay.
you had
She-
the chance. You saw that it's gorgeous. This is the sort of thing that you were on guard for, but
But
that save.
Rip. yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna call out, hey, Wander, where are you going? The
Going
boat
this way
thing's
now,
this way.
guys.
No,
Wander.
we're not.
What you see, as you were watching and looking, and you were kind of guiding the way, you looked through a nook of trees, and you saw maybe 20 feet into the forest to your left, you saw a woman who appeared to be elven, and she was absolutely gorgeous, and she was dressed in all sorts of plants and flowers, and she looked at you, and she smiled, and she kind of beckoned, and you wanted to.
Yep. Bye, guys.
So we just see her go catty corner essentially from the way we were going, and then just split off.
She was moving steadily, and then she paused for like a brief second, and then just started moving as steadily, but to the left.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna kind of walk over and kind of tap her on the shoulder. What are you doing? Where are we going?
To the
Uh,
lady.
What lady?
The one that's right in front of us. Nobody else sees her, I assume.
You're roll me a perception check.
I was just
Okay.
following.
Yeah, I'm just following too.
I'm just working on weaving my little crowns.
Yeah, I was gonna say Yor probably wouldn't care about looking. He's just gonna no. We're going back to the ferry. You can look for women later. And he's just going to kind of turn her
Excuse
back.
me?
You can turn
Yor,
her back.
roll that perception check.
I'm like Yor's not even going to look. That's the thing. He's just gonna try and turn her back away from wherever she's going.
Okay.
I want to look for this
A
lady.
roll and Wonder, you don't want to. You want
That
to
feels a little bit medic.
go check that out. So,
What does?
Like, I don't know. In any other instance, someone says, "Look at that girl over there," you would look. But since we're in a situation such as this, you don't want to look. And I feel like there's a little bit of metagaming.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's a situation where you're the squad leader and you see one of your squad members acting weird and going off in a catty corner direction when they just got out of running away from a literal PTSD monster.
take a deep breath.
You're not really wanting to do anything out of the ordinary.
Yor,
Mm-hmm.
describe to me how you're going to try and turn Wonder away from her current path.
Essentially, he's just going to grab hold of her shoulders and just turn her back towards where we were going.
Okay. Roll me an athletics check. And Wander,
Okay.
roll me an athletics or acrobatics check, whichever is better for you. Because you don't want to do that.
12.
8. Okay.
I can't
So-
roll.
Wander, this woman is beckoning to you, and she's only like 5 feet away. And you feel you're kind of insistently grabbing onto your shoulders and you mean to pull you away. You're not looking up.
He's basically eyes set on Wander and just turning her back over here because he's literally had enough of dealing with spooky things for a week.
Okay. If you are intent on intensely focusing your intention on Wander. Hang on a second. Ollie and Kith, the forest is in close here. You can't really see past what's going on in front of you. You see Yor step up and begin to try and steer Wander away, and you see Wander visibly resisting.
Yor,
What are you doing?
Why are you doing that? She's leading us.
Yes, she's leading us. I'm just making sure she continues to lead us. And
What are you
not
talking
just-
about? You
Yeah,
don't lead. You
she's
don't
the
let somebody
ranger.
lead by pulling them off into a weird direction.
And you don't just follow someone blindly into the woods if they
Yeah,
stop
you do.
if
Yeah, you
We've been
do
doing
it.
this
They're
for
like the
hours.
That's
ranger
literally
who's
what we've been
guiding
doing this
us.
entire time.
Yes, and the ranger has
all
been
the-
crowding and going cautiously this entire time, correct?
And all of the maps we have say that the boat ferry is on the road. Why would we go off the road?
You haven't
we
been
were
on the
off
road
the
for the
road,
last
yeah.
hour.
We haven't been on a road this entire time.
She was taking us through a
Oh,
shortcut,
I thought we
guys.
were on
Like,
a road.
relax.
No,
Maybe
she's
I'm going
been
to-
leading us through the woods. Like that
I'm
is
going
what she's
to-
been doing.
I'm just going to pause, hold up my finger for everyone, look at the map, and does Keenline, with how we've been wondering, would I be able to tell where we are on the map? By,
Roll a
like-
survival check.
Okay. $19.
Okay.
You look at the map and where you've been going. You know that you left Siren's Reach yesterday and you took a camp break. You look like you're heading in the right direction vaguely.
it's just navigating us. She's been doing a great job.
Yes, but
Okay.
I'm the one with the map, so I need to make sure that we are going in the right way and don't end
At the
up getting
moment,
sidetracked.
you're heading. At the moment, this turn was heading slightly west and south.
Yeah, we should probably stick to going more towards south.
I'm gonna
Um,
listen to what the ranger, whose job it is to
Yeah.
know how to go in the woods.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
yes,
so
I'm gonna
Yes,
listen
yes,
to what she
listen,
wants to do.
Yes, listen to someone who isn't the squad leader who told you to run away from the giant PTSD monster, and then
Whoa,
you didn't.
slow
And then you
down,
didn't.
slow down. Okay.
No. I'm going to state this right now. We all could have died. Hell, Thormir could have died. That's taxing on me as a person who's the squad leader. I'm supposed to make sure that you guys don't get hurt, and I need you guys to listen to me in those types of situations. We're lost in the woods.
Trust
Right
is
now.
earned, and you're not earning it right now, buddy.
Yeah, right now you're just kind of making an enemy of yourself.
It's not really about trust. It's about assigned role.
While
is
he's
the squad leader,
yelling at
whether we
everyone,
respect him or
can I
not.
slip away and go to my elven lady?
Roll another acrobatics check.
Now, would I have heard the initial conversation between her and...
She trips over a
you
branch.
were.
Crash.
You are right there behind him. You can hear all of this.
Okay, so can I look that direction? Because now Thormir's curious. Lady in the middle of the woods?
It's really dense in tight trees. You can't really see past them, especially because you're shorter than them. If you want to go around and try and look past them through the trees, you can.
I will.
All right, give me a perception
I
check.
shall help him.
Okay, so you're stepping off out of
Because I'm not going to let him walk around in the swamps for himself.
Okay.
21.
21. Thormir. Roll me a D100.
D100.
Modifier.
83.
About 10 feet ahead of the rest of your party, you see leaning out, you catch a glimpse of a woman's head peeking out from the side of the tree. And she's looking at Wanderer, and you see her gaze kind of jump to you, Thormir, and she smiles. She just kind of looks happy, and then she goes back to looking at Wanderer. You can see her every moment. She kind of like puts a hand up to her mouth like she's laughing quietly.
Would I have any inkling of what this could possibly be?
History check, please.
Alrighty. Let's hope the dice speak. Not scream at me. And 17.
Looks like a brown-haired elf.
How's enough do? Oh, elves are weird. And I'm gonna relay that information to Morgan, since she's right there with me.
Yeah, more he describes there is a brown-haired elven woman leaning out from a tree, looking at Wander. He points at her, and you don't see it quite. Roll me a perception check if you'd like to.
Yeah. That's
Nah,
low.
you don't see it. Thormir, the reason why it was hard to see, you can see that her hair almost is the exact same color as the tree she's leaning off of. She kind of blends into the environment. You have to know she's there to see her.
Can I
Like,
just
write this
kind
in
of
the
like
journal.
wave Morgan with me and walk that way? Past?
Sure.
I'm
I'm
gonna
just gonna like, maybe she's lost. Maybe she's trying to play a goofy little prank.
So you're Ollie, Kith, you guys hear Thormir and Mori kind of trudge past to you right as you're arguing
I'm
about.
gonna like wave them like to follow, you know, because
Hmm.
like I don't see anything, but Thormir clearly sees something. Something's going on. I'm gonna wave them to like, come on, let's go see what's up.
You're just kind of sighs, knowing he's not going to get anywhere with these two, and just follows.
Wander, as
Yay!
Thormir, hang
He
on,
let me go.
as Thormir and Mori begin to approach, you see the elven woman kind of lean around the tree and see them, and then she sinks into the tree.
Damn elves.
She's gone.
Who's gone?
She sunk into the tree. It was an elf.
What?
Elves are weird.
Lusum,
What?
roll me
Elves do that?
roll me a history
I
check with
don't know.
advantage there, Lusum.
I
Maybe
see a
that's why
tr-
everything's so pretty.
I see a
14
tree.
sounds like Fey shenanigans to you.
I see a
Oh,
tree.
wait.
Isn't would Luciam know that tree stepping is a druid ability, right? Like the class.
Druids can cast that, yeah.
Good. Tree
Okay.
stride.
It's
I see
that's
it-
like a druid exclusive spell though, right? This is out of character.
No.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh well, fuck.
Can I have Aquaria appear, please?
Sure.
I'm going to ask if she can feel any Fae near us.
Yes.
How close?
They're all over the place over here.
Oh boy.
Can I like direct her towards the tree where the lady just disappeared?
I don't see anything.
Alright, well, whatever they were, they're gone now.
So wait.
Okay.
There was something here and now it's gone.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct, Starscream.
It's more Soundwave, honestly, when you think about it, not Starscream.
Yeah.
Not important. Listen, with that 14, you know that there are creatures that can jump from tree to tree. Based on now that you're looking around and how decorated the forest looks, you think you're dealing with a dryad.
Well,
Apparently, that is
fuck.
grounds to instantly fucking leave.
Wait, who died?
It was
I'm
Oh,
gonna pipe
disconnected.
up that we're in
Can you hear
Fey
me?
territory.
Yes.
That was probably a dryad. We need to get out.
Oh
Why?
dear.
Are
Oh,
dryads
Because
bad?
dryads are particularly powerful. Especially
Are
when
they
they're in their own
Bad?
fields of Fey.
I thought it was just some goofy elf.
I mean,
No, they are actually pretty powerful.
But are they
I don't think
bad?
it matters whether they're good or bad. We don't need to tangle with anything. We need to get home.
yeah.
And especially because they have the not unique ability, but definitely powerful ability to bend people to their will. Like
Okay.
Wander.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying that we don't keep going. I just don't need
Let's
to
just-
panic. Let's just keep going.
Let's just
Ugh,
move back
I'm
on.
definitely
with
not in the
path.
mood to be controlled by anything.
Mhm.
I'm also gonna use my Hunter's Bane and try and keep track of and be alert of everything around me.
Roll a survival check with advantage. 20.
Nice.
You saw the tree that dryad stepped into, and now you have a good perception of where that dryad went to. You can feel your blood kind of pulling you off to the east of where you are. It looks like the dryad's forest, or wherever her home oak tree is. Right.
Hey, Wander, can I cast a spell on you?
Sure.
Question.
Question mark, question mark?
This isn't the same dryad that I met, is it?
No way.
Okay,
No
good.
way, Jose.
I'm
You
not
are
ready for that
nowhere
right
near.
now.
You are nowhere near the small little copse of woods outside of Merigard Academy.
Cool.
Wander, you still feel this pull? Like, man, I wish I'd have met who that was. He's gone now.
I cast resistance
Alright.
on her, just in case.
Okay. The next time you have to make a saving throw, you can have a little bit more, you can have a D4 to add to it.
Okay.
The next minute, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I'll, keep it going.
Sure. All right. So, now
But
that
I will
the,
call out. You have a lovely decorated forest, but we're on a time crunch here.
a sunflower falls from a nearby tree right in
Aw.
front of you.
Thank
Aw.
you. I pick it up.
Very fresh.
Stormy's gonna look confused and be like, I thought those grew on the ground.
You,
It's
you look
fresh.
around and there are flowers all over the trees. All sorts of flowers are decorating the trees and vines, and it's clear that someone decorated the hell out of these woods.
Kit's been decorating everything as she walked. It's not.
Yeah.
She's been plucking them from everywhere, making crowns and all sorts of fun stuff.
So you have a veritable bouquet walking with you all.
I like the sunflower. I hang on to that.
Okay.
Stormer's gonna wear his flower crown at a slight tilt.
You look very swag.
rakish.
Yeah. I even got the what was it? The pimp cane and the pimp slump. Where you limp to one side more.
The swag Prince of Fair.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Alright, continuing on so we can
I guess we
actually get
continue walking. The Elven lady is gone.
Roll survival.
Yours just gonna stay in front next to Wander with the
It's
map.
like he's just like holding on to me, like you're not going anywhere.
No, like he just got the map out, so he's helping her navigate, or at least keep on track.
Okay.
Echo, I'd also like to say that with Hunter's Bane, since I did that with the Dryad, I'm actively tracking Faye, so we can't be surprised by Faye anymore.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Aha!
So I'm rolling survival.
Yes, with advantage.
I've got a blanket.
I don't need advantage.
You sure? Okay. So, Wander, you're still heading the right direction. This little miniature shortcut that you're heading on didn't like pull you off trail at all. You're still going to be heading northwest by west, or southwest by west. And as you go, the trees and forests are still decorated. Though it's clear you're passing through, and listen, you pick this up. You pass through several Dryads' territories. And each one seems to have a unique method of decorating their trees. One of them appears to really like web spiders, with webs in like all sorts of symmetric patterns between the trees. And despite the grossness, it is very pretty if you can get over the idea of spiders existing.
I will try to compliment them all as we go, marveling at the finer features as we go. Just be polite.
Sure.
Every so often, I'm gonna leave a little like carved totem.
You leave a totem of your.
They're gonna start some kind of cult.
Fuck with them.
I gotta AFK for a minute.
But
See this
the rest of
man?
the day's travel as you guys are moving on. And when it comes to night, you do hear the sounds of the river.
Yay.
It's a river.
Feel
Yes.
the river, feel the ride.
When you break through the sides of the woods, you get out into what looks like a small clearing, and ahead of you, you see the fairy house. This one is a little bit more uncared for than the first one you traveled through. It still clearly sees business, but it does not have a hotel or lodge with it. Basically just a covered dock, and there is a ferry moored at it with a campsite nearby.
Is there anybody there that we can see?
You take a quick look. That campsite does have what looks like a humanoid figure seated at it, but he is clearly asleep.
You'll want to camp here for the night. In the morning, we can leave on the ferry, since that might be easier than just crashing on the boat.
Yeah, that's probably the guy that owns the boat. And speaking of, we probably shouldn't wake him up if we want a ride.
Yes.
So we should probably make a separate camp a little ways, a little bit of ways, so we don't wake him.
That sounds polite. It
Yeah.
seems like it would be rude to just crash his campsite.
Okay, so you guys are going to set up camp.
Yeah, we'll
I'd
set
like
up camp.
a couple survival checks, please.
Or would probably help. Anyways. 17.
I've used all my survival for the day.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, well, I
is that?
had one good survival roll.
That's okay.
what is
Okay.
happening?
Sorry.
That 17, you kind of get yourselves set up into a dry spot on the side of the river. You see that there are definitely some places on the river that you could fish. There's lots of
I
small
wanna fish.
vegetation on the sides of the riverbed that you could collect vegetables and herbs from. And if you want to fish,
I want to fish.
would you say, being from Perselis and the almost Caribbean nation of Trident, are you good at fishing?
Ollie
you
has
know how to
definitely fished.
All right.
Ollie has definitely fished before.
I'll help fish.
This will be a
Although-
sleight of hand check.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can I help?
Yeah? Do you actually want to fish yourself or help her fish?
A sleight of fish.
I don't actually know what we're doing, but I
He's
will-
going
well,
to
Ollie's
fish.
gonna try to.
I'll help her like by chasing him in her direction.
Okay.
I
So-
will help by manipulating water.
Okay. Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Okay.
A 24.
Do you need to?
That's right. Apparently, we've done this before. We know we're a well-oiled machine.
Yeah. As Yor and Wander and
I think this was early monk training for Ollie when she was working with
with the
her
pond
original-
in the training room. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
surely keep Kith busy training.
It doesn't take long. Yor and Thoromir and Wander are working to build the campsite, and only like 20 minutes later, the fire has just been lit, and you guys are just getting settled in. And Ollie, Lusum, and Kith show up, and they have their arms just filled with river bass.
Jesus. Oh.
River bass are really good. I've had them. They're good.
Let's cook up enough, and then whatever's left over, we can try and smoke overnight.
That's a good
Yeah,
idea. At
you
least
can totally
it's a
do
lot
that.
of fish.
Roll me a wisdom plus proficiency there, Ollie. The party cook, I guess.
That
Ollie's
is a role
designated
that she
cook.
has been very happy to take on. So find that insight that is my wisdom plus proficiency.
10.
Oh well.
You know how to smoke fish, and you know how to cook fish. It's a little dry and flaky, but it's still tasty fish. And you guys, I would say, after that successful fishing run, end up with 6 days of ration
Woohoo!
to split amongst you. That is smoked bass.
Jeez.
Yum.
That
That's
was actually
a lot of
money.
rations.
That's a lot of. Yeah.
You collected like 13 bass.
Hell yeah.
You've got a lot of fish.
That was good. That was fun.
And it is
So-
also evident that the River Rhyme, is filled with fish. Kind of explains the towns that live off it. As you guys set up camp, I would like to know if you guys are taking watch or if you are going to.
Yeah, I think we should
I-
take watches.
I think we should take
Yeah,
We should
let's
take
take a
watches.
watch.
Okay.
I'll take first watch because there's something I want Lucian to practice.
I'll take
Okay.
first watch too.
Okay. Thormir, you have healed enough that you can take a watch tonight if you'd like.
Alright, I'll wait till Kit's watch comes up.
Okay, so who's second watch then?
I will do that.
Ollie?
Yep.
And final watch? Wonder?
Sure.
Okay. The first watch, Lusum and Yor.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Right. 8.
Bluesome?
Ah, shit, I forgot I was on push to talk. I've been talking like, hey, what's your modifier? But mine's
Oh.
+1.
Mine's better. Let's just say that.
Do advantage.
Okay. Nah.
Okay. You
Oh,
guys are
come
kind
on.
of watching over by the river.
Speaking of the river, Lucian's gonna go over and do water shapes.
Okay. So you practice messing around with the river?
Yeah, just messing around making like a shape of an apple, various fruits.
Okay. I'd like a percentile roll, please, Yor.
Oh.
Oh no.
No.
Whatever we caused, we ain't see it.
67.
Hmm.
There is a lot of noise tonight. The river is not fast, but it's not slow, and the constant wash of the river on the beds and the rapids moving past you makes it hard to hear anything aside from the river. And as you guys are watching around, you do notice that it is overcast. It's not raining, but it's dark as hell. As you guys are watching the forest line, and at one point, the campsite down maybe 50 feet from you, you hear some noises as the guy who is there suddenly gets up, and you see him mess with his fire for a moment, and then he lays back down. Yeah, he kind of glances up and notices you guys, but he doesn't say anything. Your watch passes without incident.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Second watch.
I was not ready for Lucian to get ganked by a bunch of river monsters.
Ollie!
That's an 8.
That is an 8.
We are blind tonight.
What are you doing, Ollie, to watch? Apparently you're distracted.
Ollie is gonna sit in front of the fire, crisscross applesauce, and she's going to essentially spend the time that she's awake, trying to be in tune with herself. She has just heard the big part of the trauma of this for her, because as a monk, she's, very centered on her own internal sort of well-being with the key and everything. So what's been harrowing for her about this, both the sort of brush with the Fae and the Hydra, is how it's all impacting your brain, which is where you live. And she's very disturbed by all of that. So she's basically going to spend her watch doing kind of a self-inventory of her. These are my toes, these are my fingers, this is myself. And just trying to feel more centered and less off kilter with the world.
Okay. As you are doing so, and you're sitting by the fire, you are almost startled by the sounds of an approaching cart that's heading out of the woods, maybe 200 feet down from you, and there's a road that looks like it heads just straight. It goes south from where you are, and approaching, you see just a fairly laden cart, at the helm of which you see a dwarf who's leading an oxen that's pulling it. And as he pulls up and he's kind of riding up, he's Is this the ferry heading southwards?
Think so.
Do
Hope
you
so,
mind-
otherwise we're in the wrong spot.
Oh, I see he's asleep over there. You mind if I camp over here a little ways?
Feel free.
Thank you. He kind of rolls on past you.
Ollie watches him for a while.
Okay. You watch as he kind of breaks down his cart and he sets his oxen up by a tree. He sets up his own little fire, and his cart is like covered in all sorts of random knickknacks and objects and materials and pots and pans, and it's just covered in crap.
Is he by himself?
He is.
I'm going to go over and offer him a piece of my fish.
One of the cooked ones or one of the smoked ones?
I assumed that we ate all the cooked fish.
There was
If
probably
there's-
one or two fillets left.
Okay, then I'll give him the fresh cooked fish.
Okay.
That's one of them.
You as he's got his own little fire pit set up, you approach and he looks up and you see this dwarf is a little older in his years. He's bald on top, kind of grayish beard going down over what looks like not fancy clothes, but traveling leathers. And when you approach, he's, "Oh, you startled me a little bit. You're quiet
Sorry.
on your feet."
Yeah, just being a little neighborly on the road. Had good luck in the river. He offers
Oh.
him the fish.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And he, as he takes it from you, he kind of looks over at his cart and he pulls out what looks like a not super expensive but decent bottle of wine, and he offers it to you.
Oh, thanks.
Got to pay a kindness with a kindness, after all.
Appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you. And you see him, he was it looked like he didn't have any food ready to go, so he was gonna have to make himself something. So it looks
Yeah.
like he appreciated the fish.
I'll salute him with the wine bottle and then head back to our camp.
Okay. It's unopened. The label looks like it's kind of torn and water damaged, but it looks like a clean bottle of wine.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The rest of your watch passes by without incident.
All right. I'll wake up watch number 3 and let them know that we've got a neighbor and that he gave us this present, and then I'll go to sleep.
So Kith and Thormer, you guys are
Ooh.
awoken.
Wine to drink.
Rip bottle of wine.
All right. Thormir, we're in business.
Are you guys going to drink that?
Totally.
Oh.
Or are you gonna use it to sanitize stuff?
Heck no, I'm gonna drink
You would
some.
not use wine to sanitize.
I know.
It doesn't look like it's super expensive, but it doesn't look bad.
Thormir, it'll be fine. We can drink some. I mean,
It's
look,
free
we're
wine.
right next to this fairy house.
Yeah.
There's other people around. We'll be fine. Because people are camping alone. Obviously, it's fairly safe.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that I had anything against it. I was just saying, share it with the group in the morning on the ride down.
Yeah, I hope you don't drink the whole thing. Go ahead and
We'll
roll
just
me,
try it first.
We're a
Well-
halfling and a dwarf. What do you imagine's gonna happen?
That's true.
Kith cracks it open. We're gonna try it. See if it's any good.
Okay.
Alright.
It's fruity, but it's a little sour. It's red wine, so it's potent.
It's gotta
Um,
breathe. That's all. A lot. So much breathing.
Okay. But
Gotta
it's
aerate
definitely
it.
it's
Yeah.
You
How am I
get
supposed to
some
aerate
bubbles
it
in
out
you.
here in the road?
It's
I
a joke.
shake it up. I mean, jeez.
Don't shake it. That's
it
terrible.
tastes pretty good. It's potent. It's definitely got some significant alcohol in there.
Here, Thormir, you try it. What do you think?
Not bad. I've had worse.
All right. I'll have a little more. Why not? The more I have, the better it'll taste.
Okay. It's true. It does taste significantly better on the third cup.
Heck yeah.
Um,
I'll refill Thormir's cup too. It's good times.
okay.
Alright.
How many glasses would you say are in this bottle?
It was probably maybe a 10-cup bottle or an
Okay.
8-glass bottle, maybe. It's definitely at half at this point.
All right. What am I rolling?
Mainly
Perception?
First, roll
For
me a con
he's a jolly
save.
good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow.
Both of you roll me a con save, and then both of you roll me a perception check.
I was only planning on having
Oh my god.
I was only planning on having a sip.
Woo! I
I wasn't
just
planning on
drink it
drinking
all.
that much.
All right, that's fine. It just means your DC is really low.
All right.
Kith
What is my
clearly
con save?
failed.
+4.
That was a 1.
So, Kith,
And since it is technically poison, I think I
Oh,
get
yeah.
advantage on that.
That's
Is Dwarven
actually
resilience?
true, I think.
yeah, it is true.
That's part of the reason why
So-
dwarves are such hard drinkers.
Okay,
Kith
so
is in a
Thormer, you don't
fantastic
even.
mood.
It's pretty potent wine. You feel a little buzzed.
Help
Kith
him with the pain.
is immediate. Like Kith has like 2 cups and is like.
Well, she is
smashed.
tiny, so
I'm gonna set Kith down and just kind of coax her off the bed or something to sleep it off, and I'll take the watch and
no.
grab my
Kith.
watch.
I am part of this watch. I am watching. Don't you try and shove me aside. I did
I'm
a great
trying.
job last night by myself. Okay.
I'm sure. I know you did. I was still
Thormir,
alive the next morning.
I can
I'm
do
just,
this.
I'm trying to help you.
I
Kith,
don't
roll
need
me
that.
a
I'm fine.
roll me a perception check at disadvantage there, Kith.
Right.
I'll roll one of my own as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Perception. 1,
15.
15.
Holy crap!
My eyes are open, man. Don't you worry. I am
She's
great.
drunk as
It's the
fuck,
bitterness.
She's still way better than me.
So, Thormir, your legs hurt, and you're kind of sitting there, trying to be your patience being tested as this very inebriated Kith stumbles in circles around the campsite, looking into the forest
What's
in
it?
all
Oh, it's a
directions.
frog. Look, it's just a frog. We're fine. It's okay. Come here, froggy. I'm gonna call you Croaky.
The
To
way of the
help
drunken cleric.
distract myself from both the antics of a extremely drunken halfling and the pain in my legs, I'm going to try to carve a few things tonight.
Okay, roll me dex.
I'm gonna
Roll
drink
me
some
a
more.
dexterity plus proficiency.
Okay.
You gonna drink some more?
Well, yeah. I'm drunk. I'm just gonna keep drinking.
Roll me another con
Just
save.
The thing I'm going to try to make is like a bunch of little tokens for everyone in the party as thanks for getting me the fuck out of there.
An 11.
I'm
Kith,
great.
you're still up.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
on
good,
your feet.
guys. I'm good.
You sure she's not off her ass?
She's definitely off her ass, but she's
I
also on
am
her feet.
dancing around. I thought about a dance while we were walking through those pretty flower forests. I'm gonna show it to you, Thormir. Let me know what you think. And I pick up all my little chains of flowers and drape them over me, and I twirl. Isn't it beautiful? Look at how my hair flies around
You
me.
hear a shout come from the other camp. Could you all keep it down?
Shh! People are sleeping. Shh!
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
Shh!
Kith, please,
What?
calm down.
What?
Calm down. It's alright. You
I
can
am
party.
calm.
Look,
I am so calm.
Yes, you may be, but you're a little too
Wander,
calm.
you are definitely awoken because of your high passive
You
perception
Are
as
so
the loud
tense,
and
Thormir.
bumbling Kith.
If you relax, the pain will ease
What?
up. I promise you.
What is going on?
Nothing.
Kith drank too much.
I did not.
Oh.
Listen, what are your guys' passive perceptions?
That's a good question.
My passive is
11.
14.
What do
Oh,
we
oh,
care
you
about
are
sleeping
awake.
anyway?
She's turning
We
a bowl of
made
water,
it.
Kith.
We're alive,
Eh.
guys.
It's shut the fuck up. I'm trying to sleep.
Alright, I'm gonna roll that dexterity check real quick.
Okay.
What?
14.
You
to
drink that whole bottle?
Make little
No,
tokens for
it's
everyone.
No.
at about half. It's a little under half now.
I saved you some.
And
I
I
haven't
poured that
even
glass
gotten
back
any
in,
of it
by the
yet.
way.
We'll have some. Here, I'll pour you a cup.
No, we're going to sleep.
What does Thormir do?
He's carving.
He's just giving up. He's carving.
But I've been doing this from the beginning.
I don't know what your passive perception is, Lusum. No, you did not wake up. You are sleeping
Luke's supposed to
soundly.
have me sleep.
I will
Damn
be
it.
quieter. I am sorry. I'm just excited that we made it to the ferry. Excuse me for trying to celebrate a little bit.
We're
Maybe
all
when we get
super
back to town
excited.
where we have even
We're
more.
super excited to go to sleep.
We'll have a little bit of wine. It'll help you sleep.
Go to bed, kid.
No, it's my watch. I can't go to bed.
Kith,
Not
how
watching.
loud are you being here, Kith?
I don't know, like an exaggerated whisper. She thinks she's being quiet, but you know,
Okay, everyone's awake.
like a drunk person.
What the fuck is happening now?
You see-
Go back to sleep. Everything's fine. I'll sing you guys a song, a lullaby.
No.
I know.
No.
It's
Oh,
fine.
please,
Singing is
please,
not-
no.
Singing is not gonna help. It's just go to bed. It's fine.
It's my
Listen to the
voice.
crickets.
Then watch. You
Okay.
don't need to talk to watch.
Kith, a very 5-foot cube of river water just
Okay,
all
she
over
screams at the cold water. Because it's cold.
Well,
Ollie
It
pulls
is very
her
cold.
bedroll over her head.
And then I start trying to get the water out of my hair.
Roll me another con save there, Kith.
At advantage?
Yeah, I'd say you're at advantage. That-
No.
13. Okay. The sobering experience of the 5-foot cube of river water is definitely, you are not feeling quite as jolly as you were a moment ago.
Right.
You're definitely sobered a little bit.
Fine. I will sit down and I will watch. You party poopers.
You shouldn't even be drinking on the job in the first place. And
Stop
you just
it!
gotta get back in to
You
his
are
bedroll.
just Mr. Rule Pants over there.
I'm literally the
Oh,
squad's
it's-
assigned leader.
Yeah,
Of
we know
course,
you've
it's
told
my
us like
job.
a million times. We got it.
And I'm
man.
gonna
We
keep
got
telling
it.
you until you decide to listen, regardless of what you think of me.
I'm watching here, okay? Go back to sleep.
Jesus Christ.
Thorman,
Okay.
your carvings come out pretty good.
Yeah,
You're pretty happy with how they're coming out, despite the distractions.
Yeah, Thormir's good at ignoring people.
Yeah,
I think a
for
dwarf is
certain.
pretty good at ignoring drunkenness anyway.
Yeah. But as I finish them, I'll, like, after everyone goes back to sleep, I'll kind of just, like, lay them on their backs and continue my watch.
Okay. And the rest of your watch passes without incident.
Alrighty. And I think Morgan is last.
Mori,
Morgan and me.
Okay.
Mori and Wonder, you guys awakened to what looked like reasonably well carved symbols for each of you.
A book for Mori,
Aww.
kind of like a large oak tree for Wander.
Are they more backpack keychains?
It's about that size. You can wear
Cool.
it in your backpack or throw it in the fire. Doesn't matter. You
I
just
shall attach it to my pack.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like a Nightfall symbol.
These are really cool.
You also see Kith is like head back on a bag, just
Oh yeah, she's done.
And
She's toast.
there
And
is
Thormir's going to apologize profusely for not stopping her.
there is also a bottle of wine with about a third of wine left in it.
It's
That
Torment-
checks
we've all
out.
had a long day.
It's okay.
And Thormir will go painstakingly crash.
Okay. Roll me perception checks there, Mori and Wander.
Hey,
Christ.
they're alerts. Real good.
Okay.
Why did we stick both of our perceptioners on the same watch?
You didn't.
We didn't
Oh.
actually.
Kith was
Oh.
with me.
Everyone
just-
else just didn't
Right.
roll very well. Okay. You guys kind of set up, and as the dawn is coming, you're watching out over the river, and you watch as what you assume to be the ferry driver has awoken and is kind of packing up his little camp, and you see him over the next hour kind of step out over to the ferry, and he begins doing something with it, working on something. You hear some cuss words and ropes being thrown about and messing around with this stuff. The other campsite of the cart you see is quiet. The fire there is gone to smoke, and it looks like whoever is there has gone to sleep. I'd like another percentile check, please, from either. I don't care who. I just like one.
I'll do it.
Well, I'm not doing it.
28.
Hmm.
As you guys are watching, and the overcast sky is still showing its ugly head, it begins to rain. Pretty heavily. Not like a storm or anything, but the rain begins to pour down, and it's cool, it's alarming, and it only takes maybe half an hour before everybody is woken up by the rain
Yeah,
pouring
I'm
over
awake.
them.
I'm awake now. I'm awake.
Well, I was gonna
Oh.
drain the water out of everyone's belongings, but that doesn't really matter anymore.
No, not anymore.
Oh god.
But
dang
you
it.
all do get to push the long rest button again, which didn't, you know.
Click.
Click.
So now that you guys have made it to a fairy house, we can go ahead and fast forward a bit to the next fairy house.
Wait.
We don't have to.
Wait, I have an
Yes.
important piece of business I have to do before we leave. Well, two important pieces of business. My first one is to go talk to that ox wagon driver and ask him what the vintage of that amazing wine was, because I'm going to report it in my journal for all time.
He tells you it's a stout fell red from 22.
Bell Red from 22. The best
I also
wine
go with
ever
her and
made.
apologize.
And I'll also check on Thormir's leg and work on that.
Okay. To your apology, he kind of grumbles, and like while Kith was talking to him, he's very much like, yeah.
It should please you to know that the reason of that really, really high-pitched scream was because I almost drowned her in river water.
He hears from the camp. Thormir
I
going,
made sure it was
yeah,
cold.
he did.
He just kind of he's clearly he hasn't had enough sleep, and he kind of grumps and climbs back up into his cart as he's getting himself ready to travel. But he kind of nods at you when you say that, and he says, "Not sure if it was worth the fish."
Well, you got a story out of it, if nothing else.
That I did.
That night,
So-
I slept next to the camp of bumbling idiots.
Yeah.
If I can catch him before he leaves, can I give him like a fresh cup of coffee?
He hasn't gone anywhere yet, and in a minute he will be riding the ferry. So,
Oh, okay. No, bring it with me.
Kith, I'd like another medicine check from you, please. You're a little hungover, but it's nothing to impede you.
I'm on it.
Yeah, good medicine check. So you take a look at Thormir's leg, and you
This
see
is
that it
looking
is
good,
healing
man.
pretty well. Go ahead and roll me another wisdom check, and that cure wounds.
Oh,
That's a save.
Callum Ward. Oh, okay, good. Thank God. There we go. All right.
That's better.
Wow.
For wounds, I'll do the level 2 again.
On a 20. Okay. Thormir, it hurts again, but it doesn't hurt as much, and it doesn't feel quite as the deep stabbing
You want some
pain.
of that wine, Thormir?
I'm good.
You feel your legs begin to regenerate slowly as Kith is, over the next 20 minutes, extending out the casting of that Cure Wounds spell to rebuild the flesh. And you can suddenly, your right foot works again. You can move it again. Which is a big relief.
I'm gonna wiggle my toes. My toes. They're back.
They sting a little bit, but the feeling has returned. The flesh is rebuilt.
Get all the
And
fun
your
nerve
legs... Now your legs just looked heavily scarred, but they function.
Still
You
need
are
Ollie stick.
you are no longer at disadvantage on your dexterity saving throws.
Yay!
You are still moving at half speed, but you're no longer at disadvantage.
Alright.
Oh, that reminds me. The wisdom saving throw thing, disadvantage thing I have, is that still a thing I have?
No, that was just that was just that day.
Okay.
So you've
Sorry.
recovered from that at this point. Okay, so Kith, if Thormir keeps healing at this rate, do you think he's going to be back to moving normally within maybe another day or two?
Okay, cool. I mean, I'll keep on it every day.
Sure. So, as you guys finish up camp, you see that the ferry is being kind of reset and set up. What do you guys do?
Let's get
You're-
aboard.
Yours just gonna pack his things up, and once everyone's ready, just kind of usher to get on.
Okay. The ferryman tells you it costs 2 silver per person to ride the ferry south.
All right, that's 2 silver per person. We have like 7 people, so
A gold for silver.
Good, yeah, gold for silver. I'll hand him the money.
Okay. And then we will fast forward a little bit. Unless you guys want, is there anything you wanted to do on this ferry?
I just wanted to give the two guys that were camping opposite of us a cup of coffee and apologize for my friend's antics in the nights.
It is.
And I
received
will
with
also tell
gratitude.
them. I will tell them the story of the drowned Kithmia.
Okay. They seem to take it in stride.
I request that we see the world map again and the Indiana Jones line.
There you go.
Okay, let me do that. Dramatic effect.
Okay. So, over the next day and a half of travel, you guys are heading toward the original ferry that you were dropped off at. Heading back to your driver, and it's not going to take very long to get there. And the trek is going to be pretty stable, as the river is just as peaceful as it was on your way out. It's still the same time of year. You haven't been gone that long.
I'm gonna do what I did before and shape waters off of the side of the boat,
Sure.
glaring at Kithmia.
Roll me a
What?
wisdom check.
A wisdom check, you said?
Yes, a wisdom check.
Woke you guys up for 10 minutes. Good grief.
You know Lucium doesn't like being woken up. Which one of the
But he
fucking was
really
in
like being open, huh?
Great wisdom.
No.
Aww.
Okay. You're not having the best time, especially because the ferry's moving. You start a shape, and then it's like going on back behind you until it's out of range, and you try again, and it keeps happening, and it's getting a little frustrating. But you do get better at making shapes quickly.
Cool.
And then the ferry maybe the early afternoon, just around lunchtime, you guys pull into the dockings at the final ferry.
How many days are we on the ferry?
A day and a half, not too long.
So afternoon of the 17th.
Yes, you guys pull into the ferry that leads you to Ferrum. And as you pull up, you do see that same cart, though it's kind of moored up next to the side of the lodge. And you see the horses are not hooked up. They're over by the stables, and you see them kind of slowly, lazily eating oats.
Can I search the riverbank for interesting looking rocks?
Sure, roll investigation. As you are stepping off the ferry, a slip of paper appears in your hand.
I look at it.
It says,
That is as good as Ali can do at trying to find rocks.
that is as good as you can do. The paper says, to Nightfalls, report status. To anyone else who finds this paper, bring news of Nightfalls to Marigard Academy in Ferrum. Reward on approach.
That's disturbing.
Okay, repeat what you said about the note, because someone literally just barged into my room there for a second.
It says, to Nightfalls, report status, please. And then it says underneath that, if recovered by someone other than Nightfalls, bring news of Nightfalls to Marigard Academy in Ferrum, reward on approach.
I'll just pull out my ink and quill and start to... I'm guessing there's a section to write out a report on this piece of paper.
Yeah, there's the back of it. It is clear.
Alright. I start writing. Nightfalls reporting. Got back to main ferry on our way to Ferrum via the same caravan we got here on. Had some run-in with dryads, but nothing else to report besides a very wounded fighter. He is fine for now.
Okay. Anything else?
Should probably add that Siren's Reach is
Oh
doomed?
yeah, right.
Doomed.
Upon escaping Siren's Reach, we may or may not have burnt down a bridge while trying to escape said false Hydra. So there should not be any active visitors unless they are via the ferry.
Okay.
Oh, Telebit had 5 heads.
It had 5 heads.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's actually about it.
Okay. When you write that period and you finish your thought, the paper turns to ash in your fingers and drifts away.
He kind of just moves his fingers a bit to get all the ash off of the edge, and then he's just going to put his quill and ink away.
Okay. Ollie, you are looking for river rocks.
Yeah.
You find many. You find a lot of them in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Many of them are perfectly smooth and rounded. Some of them, what looks like they've been rounded to almost perfect circles by passage of time.
I'm gonna take a round, smooth, shiny one.
Okay. You find one that's almost like a glossy white quartz stone.
Cool.
Okay. You have a rock.
I got a rock.
I do have a rock.
Reminds me of Grog's salt rock.
What the hell is Grog's Salt Rock?
I don't.
That's okay. It's
I don't know.
critical role, so you Captain One. As you
Oh.
guys are now at this ferry house, and you've offloaded from the ferry the tavern in front of you, and Ollie has collected a rock, and as he's mounting off the ferry, gets a note, and you see him kind of write something on it, and it's gone. What do you guys do?
Can we try to
Let's-
find the person who belongs to that cart?
Let's go into the tavern. I would assume that's where he is.
Blunderbuss
Cratchit.
McGee, you mean?
Cratchit.
Cratchit.
The most
Yep.
amazing
McGee.
driver we've ever had.
Wait, his name was Cratchit?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
the sheriff's name was Latchet?
Yeah.
God.
They're brothers.
Leave Echo alone. He has a lot of these to make.
Come on, there's got to be at least 40 million Steves in this world.
Oh God.
I have never in my life made Steve the NPC.
How do you
What
spell
about Joe the
Cratchit?
Shovel?
Krachet.
Cratchit.
I took notes.
Caravan driver.
I was surprised you asked him.
Now
Because you
we
make
We're
us
really
feel
bad at
dumb when
asking
we
for
don't
names.
ask.
let's just go. Let's go find.
Well, I mean, if you
Cratchit
guys
and stop
aren't gonna
debating about his
care-
name.
If you guys aren't going to care about the NPC's name, then don't ask what his name was.
I mean, I did, because now we can be like, hey, has anybody seen Cratchit, the guy who ferries?
I care.
Sure.
It's just I don't try to make the DM come up with a name for every NPC.
So as you guys, you go into the tavern to try and find
Cratchit.
Cratchit. You do see that this tavern is fairly busy. There are all sorts of fishermen, and you see a lot of people that look like they're getting their things ready to leave. And at the bar, you do see, kind of leaning up against the post of the bar, seated on a high stool with his gigantic white mutton chops and almost flannel covers, is Cratchit.
I love Cratchit.
He is drinking from a flask, a tankard of ale.
Flagon.
When you guys kind of step in, he glances over and he's, "That was quick."
Yeah, we can explain that, but probably not now. When will you be ready to depart?
One cup.
All right.
I'm going to sit down and have a cup with Cratchit.
Same,
Okay.
actually.
Yep.
Luciana's gonna get some coffee because she's still grumpy.
Okay.
Been a day and a half.
He's still grumpy.
Okay.
Don't question the grumpy.
He's like an angry teenager.
He's a Mr. Grumpy Gills.
I get it.
Who's that grumpy grandpa? As you guys kind of take your seats at the bar, and the bartender kind of provides each of you with a tankard of ale, similar to his, and Lusum a coffee. You're only maybe 5 silver later, you're all having drinks. Anyone who wants one.
Nope.
Nice.
I'm
I'll pay
outside.
for the party.
Yeah, I'm getting.
Oh, Kith is outside. Okay, so
Oh.
that's 4 silver, 5 copper.
All right.
Yes,
4
I'm
silver,
outside.
5 copper. Okay.
Some's all grumpy at me. I don't want to be in there.
Okay.
4 silver, 5
4
copper,
silver.
and I also need to take off the 2 gold from earlier. Boom.
Echo, could I have
Yes.
worked on his leg again on the ferry, or was it too like wobbly on the boat?
You could have totally done that.
Do you want me to just do the rolls?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
All right, medicine, wisdom.
Medicine, wisdom, heal.
What did you say it was? It was 2 silver, 5 copper? Or 4 silver, 5 copper?
4 silver, 5 copper.
Okay.
Jesus. Okay. Your dice want Thormer to be better. Roll
Right?
the cure wounds.
Kellenvor, man. Oh,
Okay.
Sorry.
The dice, give it the dice, take it
Almost.
away.
Almost.
Dice, yeah.
I didn't roll that?
that's
Yeah.
min.
Wow, 1 + 1 + 4. Sorry, man. I tried.
Okay.
Thormir, you're feeling a lot better. You're moving slower than normal, but you're not moving at half speed anymore. I would say you're moving at 20 feet per round.
All right.
Is a little slower than normal, but your hobble is clearly better, and your legs, while visibly scarred, are no longer destroyed like they were.
By the fact I don't really have pants or my leather chaps I used to have.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I'm sure we could
They're
give you
probably
pants.
gorgeous. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure I have like. Some
He's not Donald Ducking it. You've given him some clothes.
I mean,
Just imagine a pissed off dwarf just walking around like Donald Duck.
Oh no.
Just come along like, don't ask.
Don't fucking ask about my pants.
So, who is sitting right next to Cratchit? Is it Thormir?
Probably Thormir. And I'd be
Probably.
sitting on the other side of Thormir.
So Cratchit, who's like at the corner of the bar, and as he takes a long swig of ale, he turns to you, Thormir, and he says, "You didn't have that limp when I saw you last."
Yeah, some shit went down. I just want to go home.
We'll see what we can do about that then. He kind of tilts the. Why do I keep saying tavern? He tilts the tankard all the way back, and he kind of sets it down on the counter and looks up to the bartender and nods. Says, "Better get the cart ready. Be ready to leave in 10."
Alright.
Alright.
He kind of hops off the stool and heads outside.
By the way, Casimir, I don't know if I made it like super obvious. I don't think I did, but Lucian's not actually angry at you. He was just being facetious.
it's all good.
Being a grumpy teenager.
He had many facets.
That's all right. She's still outside though. It's cool. She knows everybody's annoyed with her a little bit about that night, so she's gonna skip on the bar.
Thormir's gonna smash his current taker and then get another, smash it too, and then walk out.
Okay.
Wait, why did you smash him?
He drank him really
Oh,
quickly.
slam him. Got it.
Yeah.
Slam, smash.
Slam
Okay.
smash.
So I'm not a drinker in real life. I don't.
Yeah. Welcome to the gym.
Yours just gonna get one tankard, slam it, and then follow them out.
Do you want me to make a
Water's
con
gonna
save,
finish
Echo?
hers and follow them.
I would say
Yeah,
because you drank 2 of them really quickly, yes, I'd like a con save.
Do-do-do-ba-do-bo.
You're fine.
Is there time for me to sneak AFK again? I've got some parenting stuff I gotta.
We can actually take a bio break here if we'd
Okay.
like to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna water.
Like a 10-minute bio.
So, before everybody else leaves, Lucian's gonna notice that everyone around him is just suddenly gone, so he's gonna like shit and chug his coffee.
Well,
And
we
then
would have like said, hey, pack up. We're about to leave in 10. All right, I'll be back.
Be right back.
All right. Alrighty.
Some pizza.
I'm back now, but
Hello.
everyone else is gone.
Yeah, I'm sitting here
I'm back.
typing
Except
out what all the gifts were that I had
Oh, cool.
carved.
Oh no!
Excuse me.
You have been pardoned by the High Order.
That was weird. For a second there, I didn't get any sound.
Here, I'll be on spot.
I'm trying to think what I would have made for you. I had no idea.
Dragon?
Dragon.
That'll explain that one.
Dragon.
So I'm trying to use like defining characteristics of a twin.
Fill me in what's happening. I just got back.
I'm trying to figure out what Thormir would have carved for everyone.
Oh, okay.
Like things that they liked, things that they did. Their style, essentially.
Hi, Yodel. You want to say hi to everybody? Apparently, she doesn't want to say hi to everybody. She's looking at me like I'm crazy.
You might be crazy.
I might be.
Okay.
Don't lick my headset.
Why is Roll20 beeping so loud?
That might have also been my bubble noises.
No, somebody made
That would be me.
I'm back. Still on break?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much.
And to read about penguins.
I'm
So
not
what
gonna
he's-
ask, actually. Never mind.
Penguins? It's my kid's book about penguins?
Oh.
Kid's book?
No, I mean, like... I'm just saying it was an odd choice of words. Like, I'm gonna read about penguins now.
No, I said I got to read about penguins.
Ah, okay.
That's what I went off to do. Go read a book to my kid who's still up an hour past his bedtime.
You know, as kids do. 'Cause-
Well, he hasn't gotten out at all this weekend, so he's like got way
Ah.
too much energy. 'Cause it's been snowing and cold.
he's
Getting
going
over-
a bit stir crazy.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Oh yeah.
How bad is the snow over there for y'all?
We've got a couple inches on the ground. It's like really fluffy, so every time it keeps pushing itself down, you know, so it's not horrible, but it's not great.
Okay.
So what you're saying is you're gonna have lots of ice later.
I don't know. I haven't been out in a couple days. It was really bad the other day on Thursday. They didn't have anything plowed. It sucked.
Well, hopefully you don't get snowed in at any point.
Oh,
hopefully
no,
it is-
no, no. We'll be
Hopefully it's
fine.
just like an inch or two.
Up here, like, it takes a lot for us to get snowed in, so to speak. They're pretty well
Yeah.
prepared.
Would you like to hear a tragic story?
No, not really.
It's comedic tragedy. It's not.
Okay. So, what is it?
And
Hello?
we never heard from him again.
Right?
Oh shit!
What's the story?
Poor old Granny Scorpion Shoes. No one ever saw her death coming. It was pneumonia. Yes, her pet scorpion, Pneumonia, who lived in her shoe. Tragic. He shot her point blank.
There's a
Okay.
lot of curveballs.
What?
Confused.
That hurts my brain.
I don't.
Wait,
Yes.
Hmm.
he lived in her shoe and. Wait.
I think thinking about it more is just gonna make my head hurt.
Yeah, okay,
No, it's
so
real simple. There was a scorpion
named Pneumonia.
named Pneumonia, and she was sitting in her shoe. And when she tried to put her shoe on, the scorpion was like, "Get back, motherfucker!" and shot her.
I guess. That's the part I'm a little confused about. The jump from scorpion to like point blank shooting.
You know, the world will continue to turn whether we understand it or not. And in this case, I have no fucking clue.
When he said tragic, I thought he was going to tell some story about someone that died in the snow or something, which happens a lot up here, actually, so...
I remember my mom telling me about
Yikes.
the winter of, like, what was it, like 86, to where it was, like, so... There was so much snow, it was, like, higher than semis.
Oh, we had that
Oh.
last year.
In places like Northern California,
No, Ohio.
the snows get higher than the trees, so you
Really?
get like walls of snow.
Sounds
It's
fucking
really pretty
awesome.
through the mountains.
It's not as awesome as it sounds, trust me.
I'm saying
I
not
know.
living there, but going there and experiencing that,
Hmm.
I would most definitely live there in the winter.
I'm going to send you a picture, Thormir, from last year.
What you don't understand is I'm a hooligan when it comes to snow. I love snow.
We had to
I
get
hate
a
snow.
front-end loader to shovel our driveway. It was so bad.
One year, I think we had to get we had to rent one of those like giant caterpillar dozers.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's what we had.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Like a front-end bulldozer loader thing.
yeah. We had
I
to
said
get
it
one
wrong.
with tracks because the ones with tires kept spinning.
Yeah,
Our
the guy
neighbors
that we
helped.
hired to plow the snow couldn't do it.
Hmm.
It's too high.
Yeah. I've always loved snow, but I think it's because
the
I hate summer. I hate it. Burning passion.
I like
not a
summer
big
as long
fan
as it's
either.
not like 120 degrees.
I'm always cold, so I hate the snow.
I was born warmer than the average human.
Lucky.
Not really. In the summer, it sucks.
Roll call. Everybody.
Peanut butter.
I'm
Here,
here.
Yo.
Did you know that penguins have knees?
That was not in my penguin book, but I believe you.
Waiting on Kiwi.
I'm sorry, I was muted. I was having a Sunday float.
Ooh.
That sounds
You're having
good.
a what?
Root beer float.
Root beer float.
Oh, I'm
That
jealous.
sounds awesome.
Does sound awesome.
I've had a birch beer
Oh,
float.
jelly.
That stuff is amazing.
Okay, so you guys have collected Cratchit from the tavern. You have loaded everyone onto the cart. The cart is getting ready to go. Is there anything you'd like to do before you leave for Ferrum?
Nope.
No, we just
Go
go
home.
Yeah, let's just go. Let's just go
Please.
home.
All right, full speed ahead.
Mhm.
As you guys are heading down the road toward the Marigard Academy, and it is again a 3-day travel. I would like 3 percentile rolls, please.
Who wants to roll them?
Not it.
I didn't
Got
get to roll one yet.
I'll roll one.
Okay.
Hey!
Nice, thanks.
Oh,
I said 3.
Guys!
3.
well.
Oh,
But that's okay.
Well-
I appreciate your enthusiasm.
That's just an extra bad thing we have to deal with now.
As you guys are
At
heading,
least it's not a 1.
Well, she did roll.
It actually is a 1.
it is a 1 out of 100.
It's definitely a 1.
At least it's exactly what I said it's not. As you guys head to Ferrum, and the cart is dragging you along, you come across some hard weather, and on the second day of travel, there is some slight damage that happens to the cart, but it's nothing to destroy anything, and the cart keeps moving relatively well, though it's a little bit less comfortable to ride in, as one of the wheels is a little bit oblong and you're kind of being jostled around, but you can deal with it. And on the third day of travel, you pull up Ferrum, the town coming into view across the open clearing in front of the forest, and you can see the Marigard Academy, which you have, perhaps, missed a great deal, as there is no threat of false Hydra in these walls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding, they're everywhere. Nowhere is safe!
Oh
No,
no.
this is just back where I went crazy. This is much better.
So, you guys pull into Ferrum, Cratchit pulling the cart around straight up to the gates of the Marigard Academy, and Ringo visiting me. Hi, Ring. Back down. It's okay. There you go. All right. So, as you guys pull up to the Marigard Academy, and Cratchit pulls straight up to the stables, and he unhooks, and as he steps down, he says, "This is where we get off."
Mm-hmm. Thank you for the ride to and from Cratchit.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Glad to see you're all alive.
Yep.
We are
Thanks.
too.
Very.
Okay. So, it is 3 days later, and you are in the front clearing of the Marigard Academy. It is late afternoon.
alright, well,
I'm enjoying the music.
Well,
I'm gonna sneak off to my room.
do they
Okay.
do they know everything that they need to know about the Hydra and everything?
We should probably find Perch.
Yours going to kind of advise that maybe we should go talk to Perch before we do anything.
Thormir, you are now moving at normal speed, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have worked on him more, you know.
Yeah,
on the
you
way
don't
back.
need to roll that this time.
Thank
You have healed mostly. Your legs are still scarred, and when it's particularly humid, there's a strong ache coming from both your shins.
Oh no.
But you're okay. And you can move normally.
What? How many days were we on the road then at that point?
4.
3 by cart.
Okay,
Yep.
so now it's the 20th. Sorry.
Didn't I?
Bless you.
Thanks.
So you guys are heading up to the main Marigard Academy doors, and you're going to go find Persh.
Yeah.
As soon as you step through the front doors, Persh looks up from his counter and he sees you, and he says, "Oh, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Uh,
I was worried about you lot.
Hello, Persh.
A five-headed false hydra.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We definitely were able to count them as they chased us across the said bridge. It's not fun, but we made it.
I do not envy you.
I don't envy whoever has to take care of it.
Not you. That's for certain. We'll be sending a larger group for that one. Okay. And as he's talking, he's pulling out like a huge book and he sets it on the desk and he opens it to a new page and he says, "All right. Break down what happened, how you found out, everyone you saw who was lost." I hate false hydras.
Me too.
Surely they can't be common, can they?
They're not common, but they're not rare either. Usually we can catch them, or rather, people learn of them before it gets too great, but their nature alone makes them difficult to find. And the five-headed one is probably the oldest I've ever heard of.
Yours just kind of... Yeah, 5 heads, and from where we were, it seems that it had quite the range, as even the song seemed to reach us when we were 200 feet off the bank of the river.
That is definitely the biggest hydra I've ever heard of. And he's like making notes as you're talking.
When we originally got there, nothing was really out of the ordinary besides the person who made the report, Bala, I think it was, right?
Yes.
Yes. Bala did not remember making the report, nor remember them ever having a mayor. We talked to the sheriff, same story with him. No one knew the mayor or was there, who lived at the mayoral house or was mayor since someone maybe 6-7 months prior. We checked the house, a lot of dust, cobwebs. It definitely looked like it was lived in, but just no one had stepped foot in just about 6 months, possibly. We know
it smelled really bad.
Yeah, it smelled like what you would expect a freshly packed storeroom that was just stocked for a mayor would smell like if the mayor and his family were then consumed and forgotten about for 6 months.
Right. That tracks, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
The two people, if I remember correctly, or was it one? Was it?
2 people what?
Was it one person that we lost or 2? I remember you 2 saying something about someone else, but I don't remember.
Yeah, there was a stable boy named Sanic, and the
bard.
Tabernac
the bard.
was missing, and there was a bard.
Tabernac does what?
What?
Tabernac's the dragon.
Not Tabernac. I'm on the wrong page. Sorry.
Sanic.
I'm sorry, did I just lose my professor?
No,
Sanic.
You're good.
Sanic. So one stable hand named Sanic, who was
Dylan was the bard.
Dylan was the bard that was eaten out. That
Godfrey
was taken out of the tavern.
was the stable master. Sorry, that was the name I was trying to grab.
Godfrey was
And
the stable master.
Sanic was the
stable hand.
Yeah, the elven stable hand.
When we got there initially, nothing. Really...
Can you describe the bard, please?
We never saw him.
No, when we spotted when Morgan
I can tell you what we
spotted
found in the
creature,
room.
well, I gotta get to. I know I'm just like describing what he's asking. When Morgan spotted the thing and we rushed over to the tavern to check, we found the book and we found there were names going all the way back to 6 months that has just been scribbled over as if the person never saw the writing in the first place. And the one quote-unquote free room was marked Dylan. And when we went there, we found that there was an empty room with a gaping hole currently covered by an illusion, where it looked like something had just burst in and either pulled him out or just...
This is on track for false hydras so far. I'm concerned because we might know this Dylan. This might be one who has visited us a couple times. So,
Now,
Yeah.
back to the stable hand. While we were investigating the house, and this is before we went to check on this Dylan, he came up running to the sheriff, asked the sheriff to follow him, and when we got there, we found that the stable master had died. And from what we can tell, he was either going crazy or something was messing with his mind. When we found him, he had carved a message into his chest in giant, and it was suggested by the body that either he was trying to stop himself from carving the message, or something else was controlling him and trying to stop him from writing the message. He bled out in his room, it seems. Nothing really out of foul play, and more like insanity-induced suicide. In a way, at least. But almost as soon as we told Latchet all of what we told you, Latchet being the sheriff of that town, he went strangely cockeyed and said, "So that's what that thing is called. I saw it took my wife from the bed beside me." And then almost 5 seconds later, he went, "I don't have a wife."
okay. Well, that's unsettling.
Oh yeah, and the unsettling part was when we actually got outside, found that Sonic was gone, and found the face of one of those hydras staring out at us from just beyond the doorway of the stable. It seems that it had the entire town under its throng, as they also started to come out with weapons drawn to attack us before we managed to get on the bridge and get out.
How did we not? I don't know. This sounds as though it's been an infestation for far too long.
From what we can tell, it's been about 6 months since it first arrived.
8 months.
8? 6 to 8.
8.
8. I remember hearing 6 and I remember hearing 8.
I wrote down 8 like several times. I promise it's 8. Not that I'm
I know.
8 is how far back the date book for the lodge.
We
Okay.
have 8 verified from 2 different written sources.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so trading town. All right, I'm making notes of this and that here. So first off, on behalf of the Marigard Academy, had I known we were sending you to such a fatal situation, we would have sent a more experienced team. It is not usually in our policy to send rookie teams to investigate creatures that can enslave entire towns. So, in lieu of that, we're going to reward you some hazard pay and an apology. And he
I
kind
don't
of
think
reaches
there's any
down
way you could have known that this was a Hydra.
Or a false hydra, for that matter.
as his head is like down below the desk as he's ruffling, and he says, "Maybe not, but regardless, it should have been done with more due diligence, and it was recorded to be a recon mission. But still, it is our responsibility to take care of our own." And he throws a pouch of coin to you,
I'm going to grab it. How much coin is in here?
Hey, it's 450 gold pieces. Your week's
Oh.
pay on top of some hazard and your reward for completing the mission.
Oh, all right then. Thank you. Start divvying this up, I guess, between everyone.
That
I
being
think
said,
we should... Sorry, I'll ask you that later.
okay. That out of the way, Zane may want to have a conversation with you, but I think I have everything he needs here. If you'd like to take some time off, that is completely understandable.
Probably.
I think definitely Thormir is gonna need a little bit of time.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
almost.
Where is he,
eaten.
by the way? I don't
He's
see
in
him.
his room. He was almost eaten by the Hydra.
I think 3 times, probably.
Ah,
He took some
Gives me a sort of-
extremely bad injuries.
Kithia sort of had to
Yeah,
rebuild his legs.
He
Yeah,
kind
they
of his
were-
eyes kind of go wide as he looks down at Kith, and he's like, well done.
I'll spare you the details, but it was pretty painful for him.
I believe it. I will send Treat on to talk to him.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, just as a checkup, at least.
Sure. Why don't you take maybe some time off, and then I have a few missions that you can look on into. One of them does not look like it has any. Both of these don't look like they have any time constraints. So.
All right. Thank you. We'll look into these later. Just everyone, let's just get some rest.
Sure. Take it easy, huh?
All right.
First,
And you see, he like pulls out another transcription paper, and then he looks up as you say, "Perch." Yes.
I brought you this. I give him the rock.
Oh. He kind of picks it up and
It
looks it
reminded
over.
me of your beads.
Thank you. I might have. Maybe I should hollow this out and make an addition. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Do you want me to just go let Treat know to check in on Thormir?
I was writing the note now, but you can go tell him if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll go. I was gonna go find him anyway.
All right. That saves me some transcription paper.
Before Kith runs off, yours is make sure just to tell Thormir, and if you have the time, we can all just meet up in the hall.
What?
I want to make sure, because I still have to split up this gold.
Okay.
It should be 64 per person, and then there's 2 left over, and I think we should give that to Thormir.
Yeah.
For pain and suffering.
Yeah, we should probably pay him back
that does
anyway.
Make sense, but
Yeah,
I did
60.
want. I had a thought. I mean, I'm not very smart about numbers, but I thought a lot of what we do, we kind of do it together, and maybe we should have a bank that's stuff that's just like
Yeah,
all
someone
over.
mentioned that before, didn't your or
Yeah,
Losum?
I suggested it, but it was kind of shot down. It's like, yeah, we should all get our own.
Well, now that we have a little extra,
Having
just
a
keep
bank
thinking
account
about-
would be a good thing, considering that almost our entire bank almost got eaten.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will take 50. Keep the other 14.4 for the bank.
I'll do the same.
All right, 50.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
If we each take 50.
First looks over and he's like, "We do have a vault that you can use."
Oh,
That'll work.
That'll work, I guess.
I just think it's a good. I think you're right, Yor. I think that we should have money that's for all of us and not just our own. I just keep thinking about
Also, that we don't take with us, because that's liable.
And I
Right.
would think that maybe give some to Thormir because he did cover our funds quite a few times.
Yeah, I was gonna say. If anything, we can each take 50, and whatever's left over, we can either put in the vault or go towards Thormir.
If everybody takes 50, there'll be 100 left over.
Yeah, so
Okay.
give like 20 back to Thormir.
And then
And the rest
give
start-
20 more to
start-
Thormir, and then 80 goes into our little vault for,
Okay.
travel. For
Who's
the
tracking
group
the
travel.
group money?
Yeah. If
Good
I'm
question.
correct, Thormir had like a bunch of money on him, so that's probably a good thing that
Yeah.
he didn't get eaten.
No, I mean,
Well,
like,
I mean,
who's
there's a
gonna
lot of-
track for the group so somebody's
That's what I'm
writing
saying.
down?
I'll handle that because I do have
Okay.
a thing.
Yeah.
going. So
Oh,
it was
cool.
14 per person.
No.
It was 50 per person.
No,
We
I'm
each-
saying that was saved to go straight to
Oh.
the party fund.
We each take 50, and then we're going to put 80 total in the party fund, and then give 20 more to you. So you'll get 70.
Yeah.
And then 80 goes in the party fund, and then everybody else just has 50.
That seems fair.
Yeah, no, that's,
seems
that's
fair to
more
me.
than fair. That's more than fair.
Works for me.
Ready?
Okay.
I'll hold off on marking that stuff up. On roll 20.
Remember, you can. Get that.
And I'm gonna-
Get that.
Send 20 of my 50 off Echo.
Okay. What are you doing on that? You're sending it to your. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. And so, Kith, you wanted to go speak with Treat?
Yep.
Is anybody going with her?
Seems like a her thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Kith, you know the way to Treat's classroom. It's not far.
All right, I head over.
Okay. You pop open the door, and Treat is in there, and you see he is practicing. As soon as you open the door, your ears are filled with this as lightning is emerging from Treat's hands toward one of the target dummies in the side of the room.
Wow. You get that dummy.
He doesn't turn to look at you, but you watch as the dummy is rapidly transforming from an intact dummy to a pile of ash.
I'll just watch.
And the bright light from the lightning as it's channeling straight to this dummy is like flickering erratically, and then the lightning cuts out. He turns to look at you and he says, "Hi, Kith, it's good to see you again.
Yeah, we're back. Thought I'd check in and say hi.
Welcome. How did it go?"
It's kind of terrifying. Thormir almost died.
Oh,
Yeah, it was not wonderful, but we made it back.
that sounds the opposite of wonderful. What happened?
Short version, there's this thing called the False Hydra. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, that's what's got the town, like, taken over. And it was pretty scary once we figured out, like, what it was. It figured out that we knew what it was, and it came after us, so we had to run. That's when Thormir almost died. A lot of townspeople are dying every day, but it's way out of our...
How big is it?
Well, one of the heads was like, she'll hold her hand up as high as she can. Bigger than that.
Fine.
And
Cord's name.
it was kind of terrifying, actually. So, but all those stories you told me, really prepared me. So I took it okay. Thormir's a little shaken up though. So Persh was hoping you might swing by. His legs were kind of destroyed. I did a lot of healing, and they're a lot better shape now. But I would appreciate if you could double check my work.
He kind of tilts his head as you say that, and he's like, "Well, color me impressed. All right, I'll go have a talk with him. See how he's doing." And
Take
there's
it
Bagel.
easy on him. He's in a bad way.
All right.
Other than that, I mean, if you want to read the journal, you're welcome to, but...
I'll save that for... Don't worry about it. I'll read that when you die.
Oh, okay. Sure. Alright. Anyway, just thought I'd check in, say hi, let you know we're still alive in case you hear
It's good
weird
seeing you again.
rumors.
Of course.
And, I'm gonna go hang out in Tabernac's library if you're looking for me. Oh, and can you pass on to Thormir that Gore was saying something about meeting up and talking? I don't know. I'm going to the library.
Okay.
Yep.
As you walk out. Okay.
I think I misheard. I thought you were going to find Thormir first before, so I was like, oh, tell Thormir that we're all meeting up in the hall afterwards, just to make sure that we get everything,
It's okay.
divvied
It'll
out.
get to him or it won't,
Eventually.
She's going to the library. She's on a mission.
Thormir. Maybe
Oh my
5
God.
minutes later, you've begun the process of becoming inebriated when there is kind of a rough on your door.
Come in.
The door cracks open, and you see the grizzled but always armored face of Varian Treat, the cleric instructor, poking his head in. He says, "Thormir,
Yes, sir.
I hear you've had quite the time of it. I've come to take a look at you."
All right.
Are you still wearing your armor?
I'm in casual clothing, give
Okay.
or take. Probably still have my chainmail on.
Okay. He kind of steps in, he shuts the door, and he gives you a good look over. And as he's looking you over, he says, "So, sounds to me like you've had a hell of a time."
Yeah, that's one way of saying it.
Not everyone who can hop into a false hydra's mouth and get out all right.
And can thank my party for that.
Oh, I do. All right, let's see here. And he's like, he pulls your the pant of your legs up, and you can see his face is like a poker face. But you can imagine that he's probably wincing as he's doing it, because it's pretty gnarly. Where the acid flowed over your flesh, even though it's been healed, it looks like fresh skin plastered over melted skin. It's not pleasant to look at. And as he's moving it up, he kind of glances up at you and he says, "Bloody hell."
Yeah, it
Wow.
was worse.
I am a little impressed at Kith's ability to patch you up.
As am I.
Didn't know she had the dinner. Go ahead and sit up on the bed for me, please.
Alright. I'll move to sitting position.
Okay. And he, you see him kind of close his eyes and he pulls out an arcane symbol. What the fuck? A divine symbol. And as he's focusing, you almost watch as electricity and lightning begins to dance off his fingertips. And where he's touching you, you kind of feel these jolts of lightning pass into you. It doesn't hurt, but it definitely, you feel your muscles begin to fire and then fire more quickly. And then he casts a spell, and you feel, slowly but surely, you feel your muscle begin to restore. Your leg begin to come back. All of a sudden, where what looked like melted flesh, it still looks a little scarred. You can see the drag marks where the false hydra's teeth dug into your shins and your calf. But it just looks like a scraping scar, and your legs are almost completely back to normal. He kind of takes a deep breath and looks up at you, and he says, "Oh, hopefully that feels better."
Definitely. I feel I can walk without leaning to one side.
Yeah, a limp isn't good for the esteem, but we should be back to right as rain at least.
Thank you.
Now how about what's going on up here? And he kind of taps you on the head.
It's dark up there. I don't want to think about the past week. I was in and out of consciousness every time I saw its face.
He kind of, he reaches forward and kind of touches your forehead a little bit. And what are you thinking right now?
Essentially, seeing my legs being stripped of their flesh as, I'm melting in the Hydra's mouth, looking up at its ghastly face, but probably even more horrifying than it actually is.
Okay. He's going to probe a little deeper. Do you resist him?
I don't think I would be able to.
You could try if you want to.
It would be a weak attempt.
Doesn't matter.
I'm saying, Thoromir's not really trying.
Okay.
Because he does not like what is in his head.
Okay. So you feel Treat. You almost get this impression of the stubborn but friendly mental persona that is Treat kind of poke into your head. You feel him look around, kind of take a cursory glance, and then come back. And he looks at you and he says, "I do not envy what you've been through, my friend."
I would hope nobody does. I'd be concerned for them.
Alright, I'm going to cast a couple spells on you. I'd like you to take a deep breath. Okay?
Alright.
The first one he casts on you is Calm Emotions. And you feel this panicked, almost hysterical fear washing through your head settle. And you can feel almost, it's not perfect, but you feel a calm take over what's going on. And he says, I hope that helps a little. Now for the bigger one. This time he closes his eyes and he clenches his symbol again. And as he's putting his hand on top of your head, you feel electricity a lot more this time, dancing between his fingertips and your head, and your fingertips on the floor and your feet on the ground. And as all this energy is surging through you, you can feel the energy passing through you, and when it passes through your mind, you almost feel this electricity destroy some dark seed that was in there. And as the greater restoration washes away, you still remember it. But the fear is mostly gone. You don't feel that terrified, claustrophobic panic. You're no longer getting the hallucinations of that terrifying face in the corner or being watched from the darkness of the room. It's all gone. You've been through some shit, but it looks like the edge of it has been taken away. And Treat lets go of you, and he kind of pats you on the shoulder, and he says, "That was a tough one, but I think you'll be all right."
Thank you, Treat. Thank you.
Of course. Kith said something about meeting Yor in the main room. Something like that.
They probably want to have some side of
If I were you, I'd just get some sleep. But you can do whatever you like.
I'm staying here. But thank
All
you
right.
for passing the word.
This kid was like,
Thank
I'm going
you
to the library.
All right. And he pulls a bottle of what looks like whiskey out of his pocket, hands it to you.
I'll take it.
Little celebration. Welcome back. You lived. I'm proud of you. And he kind of turns to go to leave.
And Treat,
Yeah.
once again, just thank you. Cheers
Hey.
to you. And Dharma will take a long swig.
You're welcome. You kept my student alive.
Kind of my job.
You did well. So, thank you. And he walks out.
Dormir will proceed to get shit-faced and passed out.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing as you are... I know Kith is going up to the library. Yor, Wander, Ollie, and...
I had my mic
Listen.
mute. I wasn't even going to say anything.
That's okay.
Fuck.
I just wanted to make sure you knew that I was aware.
Oh.
Ollie's gonna do a quick errand in the city. She's gonna go to that bakery that we found before.
Oh, okay. Patty cakes. Yeah.
And she's gonna buy some baked goods there.
Okay.
At least one apple pie, but also just anything that looks
The eager gnome Patty is happy to get you whatever you want.
just like anything that she has ready that looks awesome.
You see a few things. You see the apple pie, as always. You see several donuts. You see a chocolate mousse roll. You see all sorts of just confectionery. It's clear that this bakery mostly deals in its pastries and other
Okay.
baked goods and desserts.
So I'm gonna get the pie, but I'm also gonna get chocolate mousse roll and just like some donuts and just like as much as I can carry, basically. And then I'm gonna take that back with however much that costs. And then
She'll sell you a tray, like one of the cookie trays, for
Yeah.
like a silver to carry
Great.
it all.
Great, perfect. And then I'm gonna take that back with me to the hallway where we were gonna meet.
Okay, let's see. I would say for all the desserty baked goods that you could carry, we'll say 6 gold.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Okay. Done.
Okay, you end up walking out with an apple pie, a blackberry cobbler, a whole shitload of donuts, several cupcakes, maybe even a small, like a tiramisu style cake, and then 2 Swiss rolls, chocolate mousse rolls, and
Yum.
several other, all sorts of like turnovers and berry fruit pastries.
Okay. This is what she's going to carry with her all the way back to the hall where she had understood they were supposed to meet up.
Okay, you get looks as you're walking up the main street of Ferrum, as this tiny halfling with a tray of desserts as tall as she is just kind of wobbles her way.
Scurrying, yeah.
You're a monk, so you can balance it, but it's definitely a sight.
Yeah.
I feel like she would try to just cornball it as much as she could and just balance it on the end of her staff as she walks.
Oh, probably. She's got to show off. When you do get to the main hall, Persh is going to be like, is that a chocolate Bismarck? Can I have one?
Yeah, I'll give him a donut, sure.
Yes. I like your style, Ollie.
Ollie grins and then carries on back.
He's
to the
like
hall.
shoving cream-filled donut in his face. Lusum, what are you doing?
I'm just going back to my room and wondering what the fuck has become of my life. and kind of just relishing in the experiences of the last couple days. Horrifying, but just kind of reminiscing.
Okay. You do have a pocket full of gold now, which helps ease the panic a little bit.
A little bit. And now that we have a backup financial plan,
Yes, that's true.
I guess after a while he's gonna go down to... Do I know where your is right now?
I would say if you were heading, you heard the conversation to meet up in the main hall. You would probably
I'm gonna
run
meet up in the main hall.
You would run into Ollie carrying this gigantic platter of pastries.
Okay.
Probably just as Persh accepts a Bismarck from the tray.
Okay, I'm gonna run down to the bakery again and get a couple pies specifically for Morrigan's dragon because I know he's gonna complain otherwise.
Jeez.
Okay, you go buy
I
a
mean,
couple
that
more
is-
apple pies.
That
I got-
was
I
what
buy
the
like
apple
three-
pie
I
was
buy-
for, but that's okay. You don't know
Yeah.
that.
I
Also-
buy more apple pie because I didn't see your apple pie.
How many apple
Okay.
pies do you buy?
3.
As you step in, the gnome is like, "Oh, you again? All right, I remember. What can I get you?"
3 apple pies, please. Also, you wouldn't happen to sell sugar cookies, would you?
Yeah.
Cool.
How many would
much
you like?
How much will 1 gold get me for the sugar cookies?
A sheet.
I'll take the whole sheet then.
Okay, so you end up with 36 sugar cookies and 3 apple pies.
Okay. Because Lucium just wants something that's kind of plain but sweet.
Okay, you get their well
Man, I
sugared
love
sugar cookies.
Sugar
We're
cookies
going
are
to
great.
make this lady rich.
She is happy to
Well, no,
give
it's
you.
great because a lot of other adventuring parties immediately hit the tavern, but what
You
we're
wait till
doing
they have-
go to the sweet
is
shop.
buy all of the cake. Just all of the cake.
So she provides
there a
you
sweet-
with
Echo, is there a sweet shop in Ferrum?
a candy store. Hang on, let me find out if there is.
Roll the D100.
If
Uh,
there is, I'm buying Jawbreakers.
There is a candy store in Ferrum.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna ask the baker if she knows the direction to the candy store.
Hold on. Let me decide where that is.
4th quarter.
This is beautiful.
I'm sorry.
We're,
I
we're
interrupted
slowly
someone.
building more and more of this city as we go.
I interrupted someone, so I'm gonna let the person I interrupted finish what they were gonna say before I do anything else.
It's okay. She points you up the street a ways into the nearby alley, and she says, "There you'll find the sweet tooth."
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I love
I
your
had-
naming sense.
I had
much.
the sweet tooth, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna pick up a bunch of hard candies.
Okay.
No, not like
There's
taffy or anything.
It's a well-stocked, it's a full-size candy store. It's well-stocked, has all sorts of like hardened sugars and rock candies and caramels and jawbreakers and anything you could probably imagine with flute flavors and chocolate.
I'm gonna get like half a pound of those teeny tiny jawbreakers.
Sure. The toothbreakers.
Yeah. And then like another half pound of whatever the equivalent of Jolly Ranchers is.
Yeah, they'd just be basically like suckers.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost much for that much. You end up only needing to pay a gold for that much candy. Or no, a silver. It would be a silver. And you are no longer speaking.
Ah shit, sorry. Silver for the pies? Or the candy?
For the candy.
Okay.
The pies, they were... That's 9 silver for the pies.
Okay. And it's 10 silver for 1 gold, right?
Yes.
Cool.
So you were out of
So-
gold for... I was right. My original math was right. Yeah, it's a gold for the pies and the candy.
Okay. I am happy
But
with
you
that deal.
you do have to pay for the cookies, as that was a gold as well.
Yeah.
So 2 gold
that's,
total.
That's 2 gold.
All right, so you make your errands and you return to the main hall with a platter covered in sugar cookies surrounding 3 apple pies that are still warm from baking, and your pockets filled with bags of toothbreakers and suckers of various assorted flavors.
I am satisfied.
Okay. As you walked into the main room, Perch looks up and he says, "Well, every team has their own unique traditions.
Most
Who
of
am
them
I to judge?"
Most people hit the tavern. We hit the sweet shops.
I can respect that.
Would you like a hard candy?
And he's still got like a quarter of the Bismarck left that he's kind of saving. He's like, you know what? Yeah, have you got grape?
I have grape in both tooth crunchers and suckers. Which would you like?
Could I have one of each?
Sure. And I give one to each because I have half a pound of candy of each.
Thank you. And he kind of sets them on his desk for later, and he looks pleased about it.
I'm a head on back.
Okay.
See ya.
Wander, what are you doing?
Wander would probably have gone outside just to walk around because she definitely feels more comfortable outside than she does in buildings.
Sure. You're
Just
going
to
to go to
walk
the
around
bakery
and-
and buy a huge amount of
No.
pastries?
No, she's not. She's just gonna walk around and think a little bit because the false Hydra situation is sort of reminiscent of why she came to the academy in the first place, because she really hates not being able to help. So it was a bit of a hit to her to have to leave and not be able to do anything. So she's just kind of outside wandering around, just, thinking about life until she sees Ollie coming with this giant tray full of pastries. And at that point, she would have turned and followed Ollie to the hall because food.
Sure. That's hard to argue with. It's a huge amount of colorful pastries.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see. You said you're waiting in the hall?
Yep, I will be waiting for the hall. In the hall, I
Okay.
mean.
And you're going to have a conversation with Odtenik. Do you want to actually do that, or are you just talking idly?
It would most likely just meditating on what happened and making sure that all of his memories are in the correct spots. So it's more just idle talk with Odtekin's, what little input he wants to put in.
Sure. You wouldn't, Odtenik wouldn't really teach you anything you didn't already know, but he would definitely rehash what happened with you.
Right.
So, Kith.
Yeah?
You're up in the library.
Yes.
What are you looking for, if in particular?
I want to start digging into that necromancer. Because clearly, even taking a few hours, I end up getting dragged off again. So,
Okay.
I'm going to try and track down that Maryguard guy that's in my background that, never reported back. And I'm also going to try and track down the necromancer, anything I can about that whole incident. Like maybe there's a journal or something.
Roll investigation.
I have no bonus.
A 12.
Right. This might take me a while.
Yeah, you might be over there for a minute.
It's okay. I got time.
Okay. We will come back to that.
Yeah, no rush. That's just what she's working on.
Okay. So as you're having your idle conversations with Odtenik, all of a sudden you see Ollie come into the room with a tray almost toppling, but not quite, covered in pastries. Maury, what are you doing?
I think after that experience, she would be back at the library trying to find new spells to less be powerful and more to hinder enemies.
Okay. Roll an investigation.
Okay. Where's that? Oh yeah, that's a few lots.
When you're good at, yeah.
+6. Oh frick.
8. Okay. So, you start going through the books. And as you do, Kith comes in and you see her kind of meander on over to the different schools of magic sections, and she's looking herself. As you are looking, you do find a couple things. You find a couple spells that you've heard the names of before, but maybe you hadn't really looked into. You come across the spell. Where did it fucking go? I can't find it. Why can't you find it? Earthbind. It's one of the first ones you come across under the transmutation section. And this spell basically keeps someone in place. It locks them to the earth, which is pretty darn useful considering.
Yeah.
It has a massive range. You could reach out to someone over almost 300 feet away with it.
Does the spell look too complicated for me to transcribe into my book?
No, but it would take a little time.
How much time would you say?
It would take 2 hours.
I will spend the next 2 hours exhausted putting this spell into my book.
Okay. That is going to cost 20 gold pieces.
I shall do that.
Okay, so you spend 20 gold on enchanted parchment, and you inscribe Earthbind. It is a second level transmutation spell.
Okay, hold on. You can go to somewhere else. I'm just gonna put all
Okay.
this stuff in.
Well, you work on that. All right, so you're... after Ollie came in with this huge amount of pastries, Lusum is not far behind her, as is Wander, and Wander comes in kind of following the food, and then Lusum comes in, pockets almost dripping with candy, and with a tray of cookies and pies.
Okay, we got some of us.
What? He's just gonna kind of look up from his stupor and is like, "What? Okay."
You want some cobbler?
Lucian's gonna notice
kind of
that
cobbler
Ollie
is that,
also
actually?
brought pies and is gonna look real depressed.
What is that? What kind of cobbler are we talking?
I think she said it was blackberry.
Ooh.
It is.
Yeah, give me a slice of that. That sounds good. Fuck
Those
it.
parties,
We've been through
getting
enough. Let's minge eat a bit.
Shit-faced at the desk. Our party. Eating
I
blackberry
did only
cobbler,
have
that's
one
all.
apple pie, so Korea is gonna be very excited to see her out.
I specifically bought at least one of those pies for Korea. So don't leave at least one.
And I think we should save this chocolate mousse roll for Thorbeer because
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
seems.
I don't know
really...
what kind of dessert he wants, but
I mean,
There
you
were
got-
2 of them.
You guys did bring a platter, so like.
yeah,
Also, who doesn't like chocolate?
That's a good. I mean,
right. That's my
Well-
thoughts.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, plenty of pastry to go around. I'll also save a turnover for Kith because she doesn't seem to be turning up.
Apologies if I'm quiet for a while. I'm gonna be making food.
That's okay.
All this talk of pastries has me hungry.
I know, I'm so hungry right now.
So, it is all delicious. It is all freshly baked. The pastries served at Patty's Cakes are fantastic. And there is not a thing that you have purchased that is not really among the best you've had. And while you're eating it, one of the apple pies is set to the side, and there is a gentle bloop. You glance over, and there is a brilliantly colored fairy dragon kind of on the table, almost shaking as she's staring at the apple pie.
Does Korea know common?
Yeah?
Okay. I tell Korea, that pie right there, that one's for you. I bought it for you. Eat away.
You, like, if you could read dragon emotions, you can see that her face lights up. Her eyes are wide, and then immediately she's just... and starts just devouring this apple pie. Little bits of apple flying all over the place. You see apple filling just on her head and neck and wings. It's not clean, but apparently it's delicious.
Apparently.
Maury, you suddenly just get these waves of happiness emotionally into your head.
I fucking love this dragon.
This dragon is amazing.
So, as you guys are having your relaxations and your recoveries from the harrowing trip, the near-death experience, the recovery from which, and then the travel back to Ferrum in the Merigard, you are welcome back home in the Merigard Academy, which you spent the last year of your life, and maybe have gotten a nice, secure feeling of safety in these halls as you eat gigantic amounts of pastry. Didn't expect that, but that's okay.
World building.
Yeah, I now there's a candy store in Ferrum.
Amazing.
Who do?
But as you guys eat and relax and talk and laugh and try to push the harrowing experiences you just had and maybe go collect some more assignments in the future, we can go ahead and wrap it up for today.
Woo!
Okay, thank you. Good game, guys.
That
This
was
session was
fun.
amazing. I'm sorry I was late.
It's okay.
That's fine.
Oh my lord.
And there's your session notes, because I already got them all loaded in.
Nicely
Noms,
done.
Cool.
Nom's blackberry cobbler in peace.
Hey, Echo. I just wanted to
Yes.
say, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be doing that. Like, I don't know if I was supposed to be freaking finding spells and just like harassing you for a new spell. Just like